turn it up. About to cook it up. I'm about to cook it up. Preheat the oven. When it comes to the money, I get it by the dozen. I get it by the dozen. Yeah, I get it by the dozen. I get it by the dozen. I get it by the dozen. About to cook it up. I'm about to cook it up. Preheat the oven. When it comes to the money, I get it by the dozen. 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 Funny how the same niggas that I used to help get a little something, now they all about they self. But got my flow tight, got my dough right. I ain't worried about no hater cause they out of sight, out of mind. I'm doing mine, I'm doing fine. I never needed y'all. I was on my grind, they was on my coattails trying to hitch a ride. They want the benefits without the 9 to 5. Y'all was playing in the streets, I was murdering these beats. You was sitting on the bench, I was tying up my cleats. Could've been a squad, man, we could've been elite. But the grind is something that you just can't cheat. They smile in your face, wanna take your place, pray for your defeat, lies, deceit. I don't keep tabs, man, I don't keep receipts. But you'll pay one day and it won't be cheap. Who, me? Nah, I won't lose no sleep. Smile on my face every time that we meet. Lost a few niggas, now I'm feeling so complete. That old thing is dead, I'ma let it rest in peace. Do me a favor, don't do me no favors. Used to be my mans, now you a hater. I get it by the dozen, call me the baker. Now I'm pushing drops, no tops, different flavors got. About to cook it up, I'm about to cook it up. Preheat the oven. When it comes to the money, I get it by the dozen. I get it by the dozen. Yeah, I get it by the dozen. I get it by the dozen. I get it by the dozen. About to cook it up, I'm about to cook it up. Preheat the oven. When it comes to the money, I get it by the dozen. 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 Winning over here, you a loser. All my niggas getting moolah. Couldn't measure up with a ruler. Killing the scene, Freddy Cougar. Smoking that strong Lex Luthor. Your girl rubbing on me like a Buddha. Traelo de vuelta chula. I got a bad chick from Cuba. Every time I touch down, it goes up. You the type to come through, get no love. To get to my level, need a ladder, bitch. Trey Miller so far from your average. I'm on my job, they can't manage it. I'm way up, you know the rest of it. Dozens on dozens, I got that new recipe. Stuck to the formula, guessed it was chemistry. Can I keep it real, keep it trill? 100 a bill, no Clinton. Fuck your feelings, your thoughts, your opinions. Niggas loose at the mouth sounding like minions. Yapping and flapping won't make you no millions. Look what I'm building, strong and resilient. Stuck to the mission, stay true to my vision. Look at me now, money stacked to the ceiling. Oh, what a feeling. Yeah, about to cook it up. I'm about to cook it up. Preheat the oven. When it comes to the money, I get it by the dozen. I get it by the dozen. Yeah, I get it by the dozen. I get it by the dozen. I get it by the dozen. About to cook it up. I'm about to cook it up. Preheat the oven. When it comes to the money, I get it by the dozen. 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 Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. When it comes to the money. Turn it up. Oh yeah. When it comes to the
money. What up, man? It's your instigator, narrator, D-E-R-R-Ick, better known as Crash. Here, kicking it with the squad, no rate, no sugar radio style. Oh, you always hear that mix up? but Nah, it ain't go that way. But anyway, we're gonna keep it pushing though. I'm gonna be a gentleman as always. I'm gonna pass the mic on. Let them know who we kicking it with.
What's going on, guys? It's your girl Fly Title Promoter. You already know I'm back. You know, last week I took a week, little weekend. You know. Definitely follow me on Instagram, Fly Title Promoter. Stay connected.
Please.
What's good? It's your girl Just Shar. You can find me on Instagram as _Just Shar _ or on Facebook as Shar for Real or Styled by Simply Shar. If you have any fashion inquiries or if you're looking to get styled and suited and booted for your next event, hit me up.
Yeah.
Let's keep it pushing.
Short and sweet, as always, is your boy King Action. You can find me on Instagram at _King Action _. Google me anywhere else.
Is it on me now? Hey, what's going on, man? It's your boy, Mr. Boss Up, young man. You can follow me on Instagram as that. And you're now kicking it with No Sugar Radio. What's good?
What's up? Say it again, Troy. Speaking of mic.
I said.
There we go.
What's going
there
on?
you go.
See,
There you
I
go.
couldn't hear me anyway, but
There you go.
what's going on? It's your boy, Mr.
Had
Boss
that,
Up.
that
Young.
Slim Jim in his mouth.
You can follow me on IG, Boss _up _ Young. And you are now kicking it with No Sugar Radio, man.
Right. Man, look, it's October. It's going to be lit.
Fourth quarter, y'all.
It's going to be
Right.
lit because it's about to be me and Troy's birthday.
What?
That's why it's about to be
Libra
lit.
Gang in the building.
They got birthdays in
That's why.
October?
What you say?
It's Blistex. It's Blistex season.
Oh, God.
Right.
I'm telling y'all, it's Blistex season. Get your Blistex. You know, we selling them at No Sugar Radio. $2 a pop.
I got mine.
You got to get ready for cuffing season. So that we got that Blistex
Oh,
on
man,
deck.
Here she goes.
And that Vaseline on deck.
Oh,
Gotta
no.
make sure that Vaseline lotion, because you gotta make sure your skin's smooth and silky.
There's
Talking about on.
there's some people doing, you know, cuffing season. They still take the chap lips and the bleeding in the.
You said they take
the chap lips, the chap lips and the bleeding. The
Bitch,
crust.
weird. Weird.
it's definitely
Anyway, about on deck, man. We got the man Yolo coming in the building today for the
Yes.
live interview.
Word life.
Young
Yes.
man coming in the building.
He's a DC artist, straight out of DC.
Shout out to the DMV.
Well, the DMV, right? We could say that.
Yeah, we
can say that. 'cause-
We are part of the DMV. We're in Maryland.
right. So you know.
But I'm not going to say. Let me tell you this, though, because going to Bowie State, this was always an argument. Baltimore is not part of the DMV
Right.
because the DMV is considered Prince George's County, D.C., Virginia, and that's
First
it.
of all, I'm gonna tell you, you went to school with some uneducated ass people.
Yeah,
You
I
cannot
would
say
keep
Baltimore
saying that.
is
I'm
not
like,
part of the DMV.
it's in Maryland.
when
I kept
M
saying
is
that.
Maryland and Baltimore is the city of Maryland.
exactly. I will
The
always
number
say
one,
that we're in Maryland, so we're part of the DMV. No, Baltimore is a whole nother place. That's a whole nother. I'm like, what are you talking about?
That's why they graduated with. Never mind. You know. You
See, you know what?
I'm not even gonna say nothing.
They're not really your friends.
Shout out to BSU. BSU.
They all fucked up out here. All fucked up. Just
Shout
So
out
what
to
we got-
Bowie
what we
State
got
University.
today? What's been going on? What we got today?
Well, I
What's-
got
what's
some
going on
stuff
in the
for
world?
y'all.
What's going
I
on
got
in the world?
some stuff for y'all.
What's going on,
What's
Crash?
some stuff you got?
Crash, what's going on?
Well, Sean, give us the hot topics for the day.
The hot
What's on a hot topic word?
Let's talk about the NBA. They released a memo basically saying that they are reinforcing the rule that every player and coach must stand during the national anthem. Of course, you guys know that throughout the past few weeks, people have been on strike doing the whole Colin Kaepernick situation.
Colin
Right.
Kaepernick.
Colin Kaepernick.
Damn.
Yeah,
Called
I
him
screw his
ass.
name up every time. I'm not even gonna lie.
He called that man
them
Colin
damn pictures.
Kaepernick.
Yeah, but they're basically saying that you have to stand for the national anthem. If you are playing for the NBA and if you're coaching for the NBA, you have to stand for the national anthem.
And if they don't,
They might get fined. I'm not sure.
I mean, I agree with it.
You agree
they
with that?
should.
You
I-
agree with it?
I agree with them having a stand, man. Like, you know, everybody's so stuck on this whole Trump thing, and I it's not about him. Like, you got people who out here fighting. I have a lot of friends that's in the military, so
Right.
you know they're fighting for that freedom, that flag. So I don't agree so wholeheartedly with people kneeling. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not about Trump. At the end of the day, before he was in office, you guys was saluting. You guys was proud of the flag. You know, don't wait till someone come in office and dictate. You know, your rights. Like, you know, like, I mean, it's everybody rights to do what they want as far as saluting the flag. But we all see the pictures. Trump didn't even salute. So it's like, you know, get back to what it means, what it stands for, what that flag stands for. I just think it's an insult to those who are fighting for this country when people are kneeling, you know, because it has nothing to do with race. It has nothing to do, you know, your background or where you're from. It has everything to do with that flag, and that flag stands for a lot. And I just feel like, you know, by us, you know, just joining the wave. There's some people who are joining the wave now and don't really know why people are kneeling and taking a knee. So just how like the Black Lives Matter, there was a lot of people who just joined the wave and they thought it was a racial thing. And it wasn't. Black Lives Matter wasn't a racial thing, you know, so it's all about knowing and being educated. Educate yourself before you start jumping on waves and kneeling. You know, there's people out here really fighting for our country, dying every single day. You know, take that into consideration. That's just my opinion. You know, I understand, you know, why they're mad about him saying the sons of bitches and all of that. You know, I understand the frustration, but know what the flag
But what if
symbolizes.
it's not? What if it's not about Trump though?
Yeah,
What
I
if
heard
it's
differently.
It has
Wait a
nothing to
minute.
do with Trump,
That's
man.
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
What
I
if
heard
it's
it.
really?
I heard it.
I
But
need to get on this
there's
Wi-Fi.
some people who
All
are
right.
who aren't kneeling, and they're upset with Trump. Like, and that's not the reason why people are taking a knee.
Those are wave riders.
Right.
We ain't concerned with them. It's a whole reason why Colin Kaepernick is actually kneeling for the flag. And I got it on my page, but I can't connect to the Wi-Fi to pull this shit up right now. But I'm going to like it's a whole reason because what people fail to realize.
That's a
on
good
August-
comment.
On August 20th, it wasn't that he chose to kneel for the flag. And
Speaking
it
to
has
Mike,
no-
Choice.
it has-
Speaking
it
to
has-
Mike.
It has nothing to do
It
with
definitely
actually.
could.
It has nothing to do actually with the flag itself. But when you think about what the flag stands for, granted, we all may have military personnel like my father. You know, we have people that fight for the flag, but the flag is a representation of your rights to be free, to be able to have
Right.
freedom of speech, freedom of religion. You know, to have all these things. It's for your rights.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So it's not like he's saying disrespect the flag, but when you still have people going to war fighting for this flag or fighting for what the flag is supposed to represent,
Right.
and it's not holding up its end of the bargain here stateside, that's when it becomes an issue. We're sitting up here, we're supposed to be representing this flag or so in love with the flag when it says we have the right to be free and stuff like that, but we're still slaves. We're still being segregated against. We're still facing prejudice. You know, not just black people, but people of color, people of minorities.
Right.
That's what the issue is. But what I'm trying to pull up on my laptop is Colin Kaepernick was actually reached out to by a white a general in the army who publicly wrote Colin Kaepernick a letter telling him he should kneel. That's the only way that you're going to get the attention. The reason why, because he sat down for the national anthem during the preseason. He sat down for the national anthem before.
Right.
Nobody noticed it. Sat down for it again. Nobody noticed it. So the third time, you know, when he finally reached out to him, he wrote Colin Kaepernick a full letter explaining to him, I agree wholeheartedly with what you're doing. Me, myself, as being a white man, I've never experienced prejudice or segregation or anything like that. The injustices that you or, you know, colored people or people of minorities have ever faced. I never experienced that personally. But I agree with you standing, or, you know, you standing up for what you believe in and showing representation. He says, so if anything, I feel like you should kneel for the flag. He says, because when military personnel, when they die, the flag is folded strategically. I'm pretty sure you've seen it. And if you ever been to a military funeral, the flag is folded strategically 13 times before it's given to the spouse, before it's given to the offspring, or before it's given to the parents of the fallen soldier.
Right.
And when they give the flag, they take a knee. So he said, take a knee when you give the flag because you're basically signifying that this flag
It's
is folded.
respect, right.
Out of respect. So you kneel. And that's what caused Colin Kaepernick to kneel. People got to do their research. Like, so for those who are just kneeling just because, I want to kneel because, you know, this, that, and third, they may be riding the wave only based off of the following comments and statements that Trump has made after the fact. Of anybody who kneels against the flag, you know, they're sons of bitches. Okay, then now you're personalizing this, and now you're labeling us this. So now we're blatantly going to be disrespectful. Not even for the rights of the flag, but because you said that and it's going to piss you off, we're going to antagonize you.
But how does it look to other countries? Is my thing. The flag is supposed to unite us as a country, but how does it look to countries like Korea and China? We can't unite as one. How the fuck are we going? Like, how are we going?
But see, when
we look stupid as a unit.
We look
is what I'm
stupid as a
saying.
unit, but at the same time, each country has their deficiencies. You get what I'm saying? So us being Americans, we're not Koreans, so we're not praising the Korean flag.
Right, their customs are different from ours.
Us being colors, I was a victim of police brutality twice, all because of a stereotype. all because of a stereotype. So when you facing these things, like, have you ever blatantly been disrespected by the police on purpose for no reason at all? So when you start saying, oh, why should I abide by your laws and your regulations? You don't give a fuck about me personally.
So
Like,
why
that's
be
what
here?
it boils down
Why
to.
be to the land of the free? Why be here if you're not
Well,
going to?
we what you mean by
Why be in America? Because I
Right.
see there's a lot of people who find the negative in the country, but still choose to be here. You know, and if you don't like the country and the way it operates, which we all know that it has its own fucked up ways. You know, like we live here, we know that. But at the same time, you know, I'm looking at it as a whole, like as a unit towards other countries. We can't even get our shit together, and we're so focused on the things that really don't matter.
So much
Like-
for the United States
Like
of
there's-
America.
it's no longer
But
the
the
United
United
States.
States-
It's not
I mean,
united.
We're not even.
There is no unity.
We're not even the. Remember, at one point we was one of the strongest countries.
Yeah.
At one point. At one point.
Not
But
anymore.
now we're not. We can't even unite as one. Even if that uniting is kneeling to one knee or doing whatever. But how do we look to other countries? And this is why we.
The only time we
have a weak side.
I feel like the only time we actually unite is when there's a tragedy. The last time I've seen Americans actually unite with each other was 9/11. That was the last time.
Right.
Because they felt there was somebody from the outside trying to basically create issues into our home, into where we reside.
Well,
so
right,
that's the only
right,
time that Americans felt like we need to stand our ground, because we're not going to allow terrorists to come into our neighborhood and try to kill our families.
Hold up.
I like this.
Wait, time out.
I like this.
If
So
y'all
the
can see blame face right now.
I see Blake face.
Let's explain
And I'm glad we got on this topic. As
I
a
like
fire
this.
starter.
because Blaine is if
I've been
King
listening.
Action, if you guys don't know,
I've been listening.
King Action is a military man. He's in
Oh,
the Navy.
shade was just thrown, and it
Excuse
says
me. Hold on.
Go finish that.
Hold on. Let me introduce King right now because
Oh, man.
he's still
With
enlisted.
all respect.
He's still enlisted in the Navy at this point, and you guys have to salute to
Right.
the flag, right? So you know, I'll let King understand. Him explain exactly, you know, his point of view on this, because it's bigger than what we think it is. Like, so
It really is. Like, I've said it before. I think that everything is drawn out of proportion. It's blown out of proportion, rather. It's taken to a level to where now it's an everyday thing. And you got to realize, like, this issue has been around way before Trump even became president.
Right.
Let's put this. Before I even go into this situation, I, King Action, am speaking for myself and not for the United States military at all whatsoever. This is my personal opinion. In no way, shape, or form is it associated with anything that I do in the military. So that being said, before he got into office, all of these issues were still around. All right?
Mm-hmm.
We can agree on this.
Yep.
These issues existed when Obama was in the office. These issues existed when President Bush was in the office. Both of them. So we could go back to before Bill Clinton came into the office. These issues were around. And at the end of the day, it took for somebody to say to themselves, to get a letter from somebody to find a way to be creative, to get their point of view out there. Because in all of that time, nobody thought to themselves that it was that big of a deal to make a national statement.
right.
Let's be clear.
Right.
Until 2000, whatever, about 2 years ago almost. Because even when he first did it back then, it was maybe 3 people that actually did it with him. Everybody else looked at him like he was crazy. And they have that on the news. Everybody was looking at him like he was crazy. All of a sudden now, everybody wants to do it. Everybody wants to lock arms and walk around and be, you know what I'm saying, all united on the field and united on the court. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, to me, at the end of the day, I go to work and I do what I do. I deploy, I do whatever. I do it so that you guys can do what you do. Whatever it is that you do. I don't have a personal issue with however somebody feels about what they do when it comes to the flag. My issue is simply like what Ty was talking about. When you don't think about the bigger picture, when you're thinking about you personally, the individual and your individual rights, when at the end of the day you don't add value to nothing, like if you're the type of person that you're not even adding value to your damn self, who the fuck and why the fuck do you feel a way about what's going on? You're not doing anything to make the situation any better.
Right.
All you're doing is just fucking, you're doing jumping jacks. You see people doing jumping jacks all the time? You're going nowhere fast. Like, your message is going nowhere. It means nothing if you're not actively doing something to make change. So how does that look on the outside to other people? When they look at us, when they see us, regardless to skin color, you still come from America. You still have to own that at the end of the day. Right. Even if you come from another island and your mother lived in Trinidad and you moved here, guess what? You're still in America.
American.
If you don't want to be in America, then leave. It's that simple, right? That's how people make it. No, this is how people make it seem. When he got elected, for instance, that's our president. When he got elected, people, I'm going back to the island. I'm going here, bro. You ain't going nowhere. You are broke. You're not going anywhere. Right. At the end of the day, you're on government assistance. You know what I'm saying? This is real stuff. How? Like, it wasn't an issue before. Why is it such a big deal now? Especially if you're not going to do anything about it.
The hate is real.
That's my view on it. You know, like, why do we come together for something like this when there's plenty of things that happened way before him taking that knee that we should have united as a country then? Like, why is it now that, you know, athletes are doing it and now it's a thing to do? Like, what happened when Trayvon Martin, that whole movement? Why didn't we come together as a country? What happened when they bombed that marathon? And not only just black people died, there was other races that actually died in the bombing. You know, when they shot up the LGBT club. Why do we come together as a unit when the person that's not liked by the country, which is Trump, says something, now everybody wants to take a knee? But what happens when we go through all these police brutality from any race? Why don't we take a knee or turn our back on the flag when it's big, when everyone is being affected by the situation? Like, Troy, you said police brutality. I'm pretty sure you're not the only one in Maryland or Baltimore that's been going, in the whole world that's going through it. You know, the stereotypes. Like, we come together on things that I feel, you know, is a fab. You know, right now everybody's taking the knee. You even got people in high schools, kids that don't really know the history of why he took that knee, you know, that don't really know. They're just joining the movement because their favorite celebrity stood in the locker room. They're joining the movement. So what are we setting for kids, like the youth? We're not, if you're going to take a knee, explain to your child why you're not saluting to the flag. Don't just let your child do it because it's a fad, like, or it's something that everyone is doing. That's my issue with it. Like,
that's how racism was created,
right? Because kids don't really know. They don't really know at this point. And if we're not educating them and letting them know the history behind why he did what he did, or, you know, just the history period, then don't condone something if you're not educated in it. And my thing is, I'm seeing a lot of people now are doing it just to do it. They're not even trying to Google or figure out, like, why is everybody taking a knee? People don't want to do their own homework. Right. So they just relying on everybody else to do it. You know, I saw Diddy say something on Instagram, so I'm just gonna listen to Diddy. You don't
even know what he's saying.
You don't even know.
You don't know the depth of what he's saying.
If y'all wanted to,
I mean, I don't want to really go too deep into it, because at the end of the day, everybody's gonna have their own opinion on the situation. Right. But, you know, I just feel like, before you just jump in and look like a damn dumbass fish in the pond, at least do your damn homework, because you might be jumping in a pond with a bunch of crocodiles. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. You look stupid. Not saluting the flag cannot get you employment. There's a lot of things that might affect the fact that you don't. These guys already got their careers. They're taking care of their families because they're in the NFL. Now the NFL might pass a whole bill if you don't salute the flag, you might get fined. The NBA is already getting in position to do it, because it's not about you.
Mind you, they already had it. This is the thing. Like, they already had it, and it wasn't enforced the way that it should be. Right. So now that this became an issue, that's exactly what they're doing. They're reinforcing something that was already in their contracts to do. It's not something that's new. None of this is new. Nothing that we do or say is new under the sun.
And those fines ain't little $1,000 fines. Those fines
No.
ain't those. When the NBA fine you,
It's
they
pretty big. It takes a chunk.
right.
Right.
It's gonna affect your family. So I just say, before it's being done, please do your research on why people are taking the knee, why people are not saluting to the flag, because you will probably end up in a situation where you might lose your job for situations like this. People might get kicked out of school for that. I remember.
Or not only that, but
as-
she may be representing something you don't even believe in because you don't know
Right.
why they're taking a knee. You may not feel the same way everybody else does,
So I
but
got a
because you
comment
didn't.
here.
What's
And
that comment?
it says it's my boy Piggies. He said last week
Piggies. Hey.
his
Good.
NFL knee taking wasn't about inequality in America. It was about showing unity and support to fellow athletes. Here's my problem with that, because that happened almost 2 years ago. That whole knee thing.
Right.
This is the man hasn't even been in the NFL in almost 2 years. He hasn't played a game. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't even get signed. So where was all the unity when like this is? It's not about like, for me at the end of the day, this is more about showboating and it's not about unity amongst for fellow athletes, because even when he did it then, the NBA wasn't worried about it then. It wasn't something that they stood up for then.
Right.
So how is it about unity now? The man hasn't been signed. The man's not getting paid in the job that he loves. Like he went to college, got drafted, played games in the NFL, was a good quarterback,
Right.
not great, a good quarterback,
Right.
and he can't even get a job over people who never played an NFL game, and they're getting jobs. They're getting signed. This man has
Right,
put
right.
teams in a position to win and can't get signed because of an image that he created for himself for speaking his mind. It's not about unity amongst NFL and any athletes. Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
And
It's
to
crazy.
be to be completely honest, to kind of switch the subject. But if we want to become a unit, this Puerto Rico right now hurting.
Ooh.
This Florida
Right.
hurting
Oh
right now.
my God! I
This-
just learned something new.
This Houston hurting right now. You know, like sure.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. These comments are going. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, go ahead.
Ty.
Do your thing. Do your
No,
thing.
no,
Do your
complete.
thing.
Finish what you
No,
got to say.
no, you do your thing. Do your thing. They
Um,
must be important.
So basically, I'm learning this. This is my first time finding this out. But Justin just hit us up, and he said the NFL pays the government when they sing the national anthem and show the flag.
Well,
He says also, if it's such an honor, then why does the NFL pay the government to do that?
I don't know if that's true. I don't know. I don't want to
Yeah.
speak on that. I don't know if that's true or not. So.
Yeah,
don't know.
that's crazy.
even if that's the case, guess what? Regardless to what the situation is, what the fuck does any of that have to do with
No,
Like,
no,
what the
it's
fuck
basically
does it-
saying no. Get what this is what I'm saying.
what the fuck does
This is
any
what
of that have
this
to
is
do?
what that has to do with it. For patriotism, that you shouldn't have to. If you are a citizen of the United States of America, if you feel like this is your country and you're proud of your country, why do you feel the need to pay the government if you're going to show the flag? If this is your country.
Again,
I'm just saying. No, I'm just telling you what it is I'm learning. And I agree with that. That doesn't make sense to me. Like, these are comments that people are throwing in here. This is them sharing their thoughts and their opinions on the whole entire topic of.
what I'm saying though is, regardless to who pays what, when, where, and why, what the fuck does any of that have to do?
Okay.
with-
All right. So what were you saying, Ty? Continue with what you were saying.
No, I mean like in the sense of, like, regardless, even if they didn't pay them, regardless, like, whatever the fuck they were gonna do, that does not change the fact that if it's so much unity there, where was it when it happened?
Right.
There was no unity there. So they didn't need to pay them for the whole NFL to not be unified when one man did something that he felt, and a lot of people felt like that was the right thing to do, regardless to if they were getting paid or not.
Speak about Ray Lewis cool ass.
I don't know.
Oh my God.
That's a whole
Here we
different
go. Ray
thing.
Lewis.
That's a
Here we
Hey,
go.
hey,
That's
we,
a following moment.
we gonna hop up off of this topic because
Right,
all right.
But
I
I'm
mean,
sorry.
Yeah.
aside from that, I definitely understand what Ty and agree mostly what she was saying about the whole situation. But switching it up,
Yeah.
Hold up.
what? Go ahead.
No, I was going. My shit was like on the swipe shit. I was gonna read his comment. Just real quick from Cheyenne and Akil. Akil said it's still racism, even though it's in the military, but it's a bigger problem overall. He says he has friends and family still serving more than 20 years, perfect service record, and still haven't gotten promoted to an E5 or above. It's crazy like it has always been. And Cheyenne said it's like going natural, but still using heat on your hair. As you see, people were against it when Kaepernick first stood up. Now all of a sudden, people want to speak up. We should walk each day in a way that we show respect for all the wrongdoings that happen against minorities. Unless we all unite, it has no value.
Right.
Which is true. And I'm sorry I got a little bit away from y'all comments. It was swiped over to the side.
Yeah.
But, just kidding in a nutshell, man. Like, just like y'all said, just to bring closure to this particular topic, anybody that's going to do anything, first of all, do your research on why. Just like you said, it's a lot of young people just becoming followers of trends. It's a lot of people that don't even know the Black national anthem. They don't even know, they don't even know our national
That was
anthem.
mandatory
You
growing
get what
up.
I'm saying?
I'm sorry.
That was mandatory. Lift
Yeah.
every voice and sing. They don't know that. You get what I'm saying? So, and I'm pretty sure there's not a lot of people who can say the national anthem to this day. But do your research. Don't just become a trend follower. Don't just be looking to set a trend to go viral and stuff like that. If you really want to show support, do your due diligence to understand why you're showing support, what this means to you, why they're doing this, and whatever the case may be. And before you do anything, first and foremost, just like y'all said, there's people who can't gain employment for it. Make sure that whatever you do, you're a man or woman enough to accept whatever consequences follow.
Right, and I'm pretty
And you
sure
gotta be
he
able to follow
did the
that through
same
all the way
thing.
through.
When he knilled in the NFL, it probably hurt it. His whole life he was dedicated to just football.
Right.
And for him, to get kicked out of the NFL, I'm pretty sure it did hurt, and I'm pretty sure he did felt betrayed because of what he provided for the country as far as sports goes. But there's a lot to it. It is what it is. I mean, I just feel like if we should unite on things that are really hurting us at this point. And there's people, in these different states in the US that are hurting. We got people in Florida, Texas, they're affected by all these hurricanes, and there's no unity there. I mean, you got people like Pitbull who sit in his plane, if we want to unite, and that's every race. If we want to unite, then we need to start helping our people first. Can we help our people, regardless if it's if we don't have anybody in Puerto Rico, we don't have anybody in Houston, we don't have anybody in Florida. If we really want to form a movement and we want kids to follow trends, then tell that kid, instead of you paying $200 for Jordans, give that $200 to Florida.
Right.
Go buy some water for people because we're hurting as a unit. But again, some people raise their kids like that. Some people don't really care when it comes to the youth. But I'm real big on that, and I feel like whatever we do, we're setting an example. Right. The way we walk, the way we talk, the way we everything. Like, and if we allow this to keep happening, when we get older, these are going to be the people that's going to be paying our like, I don't think people understand that. These are the people that's probably going to be, in the nursing trade or the doctor trade and going to be taking care of us. Like,
and that's what's
if
most
we're
important.
not educating
them
them now, we're going to be fucked when we get older.
That's what's most
Yeah.
important,
Like,
trying to get them to understand why it's important to unite and support each other.
right.
And a
People
lot of
don't want to
them don't see that.
explain. People don't want to explain. I think it's just laziness. People don't want to explain why they do the things that they do. They feel like they don't have to
Right.
explain to people, but I feel like it's needed. A lot of explanation is needed. While we wore the hoodies for the Trayvon movement, that was needed. I think people need to explain why things are being done this way, so that way the youth is not just wearing hoodies and saying, "Oh, you think I'm a thug?" It's not because of the thug movement. It symbolizes a whole different thing, but people don't want to explain, so it leads us to a situation where we let the media take charge in what it is that we do. And when we all have our own voices, teach your own inner circle. Tell them why you taking the knee. Tell them why you wearing a hoodie. Tell them why you wearing this. Teach. People don't want to teach anymore, and I think that's
Everybody
what's
being
affecting us.
selfish.
Yeah.
So I got a question. Like, so until this country decides to be united, should all my doctors be black? I'm just asking,
That's upon your own personal preference.
Just to make light of the subject, man. But that was a good 5-star right there.
I got a
Check it out
good
the
comment.
Go ahead,
Good
Piggy.
comment.
What's up?
Run it real
My
quick.
boy Piggy said, "Teach pro-black, but in teaching pro-black, don't teach anti-white. Educate, but educate."
Shout out to the
Exactly.
man, Piggy.
Exactly.
Woo.
I wish
And-
I could put a GIF up right
You know what
now.
I'm saying?
Woo!
That's pretty
Woo.
pretty
We
potent.
gotta
I
say that
appreciate
again. I
you.
gotta
Say that
post
again,
that.
We gotta make a
Teach-
hashtag for that one.
Uh,
Something.
Yeah.
I'm about to post that too.
And that's a big issue. Like, even though we know, like, when they teach American history, they do leave out a lot of things that we have done as a people in the world. But that doesn't give anybody the right to not teach the other side of things, because
Right.
without that, there would be no this. Like, everything runs together. So I'll repeat the comment again: teach pro-black, but in teaching pro-black, don't teach anti-white.
That's with
educate
any race.
all parts.
Any race.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Everything, all ethnicities, all cultures, they all tie into this big melting pot called the United States of America. Everybody here sitting right now is a mutt of some sort. Your grandmother was probably, with somebody that was from somewhere. That everybody, right now as we speak. So definitely appreciate that comment.
Definitely.
Well, it's so crazy because even watching, like when shout out to BJ, it was his birthday yesterday. That's King Ash's son. Even when BJ was watching The Land Before Time, and you see like the dinosaurs taking they offspring away from each other dinosaur, and it's like, oh no, that's just something that we do. Long necks can't be around, and I'm like, yo, this shit's been going on. This shit's been going on for a minute because The Land Before Time, that movie was out like
in the 90s, way
wow.
back then, 80s.
I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, and I came out the bathroom like, yo, this shit is really like, this is
Mr. Whole subliminal message.
Right,
It was,
like,
it was Sesame Street, all that.
It's been put into your mind.
as a child, you don't really know what it means, but then when you grow up and you be like, yo, I really love this movie, but this shit is really like,
Right.
This is how it is.
long necks can't be around. It's like getting emotional. Like, what the?
Long necks.
Why can't I hang out with the long necks?
Oh, wow. Anyway, let's move on to the next topic.
Yeah, definitely.
I got some entertainment news if y'all want.
Shout out to the long necks.
What's going on in the entertainment world, Troy?
Things going on in entertainment news.
What we got?
Just a few bulletins, so everybody knows who happened to die.
Oh,
Yes,
man,
that's
that
a
was
given,
my idol.
yeah.
That
But he
was
died
my
happy.
Yeah,
He died happy, man.
They said,
Wouldn't you? You got.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, this is my thought. Here are my thoughts. He's probably waking up like, I'm in
she wanna be a
heaven.
Playboy
Damn.
Wait, he was 91.
Dang.
he died at
man.
the age of 91, and surprisingly, he wasn't. I ain't gonna say he wasn't rich because we know he was, but not to what people think that he was. So it said when he died, he left a $7 million house, 4 bedrooms to his wife, and he,
But his wife was not on the will. He
Yeah,
did
but
not
Y'all
add
heard
her on
that
the will
whole
at all.
situation up in the air right now as far as his kids go, trying to get their hands on that too.
We don't know about the will, but but he left $7 million to $7 million 4-bedroom house in Hollywood Hills to his wife, and also a $5
Which
million.
wife?
I don't know. It says
His
wife.
only- we
He
only had one wife.
He only had one.
Oh,
And
Yeah.
also
He said
$5
which
million
one?
in a package that he had
Oh, I
set
forgot
aside
he had
for her.
hoes. He had hoes.
Yeah, $5
Bunnies.
million in a package that he set aside for her, like long before his death and stuff like that.
mm-hmm.
Get what I'm saying?
That boy's smart.
That's
He did
probably
it
why
right.
he didn't
Yeah.
put her on the will, because he already.
So who knows who's going to take over the estate? But
Right.
I guess we're going to have to stay tuned to that. O.J. Simpson is out on bail.
Parole?
Out.
Out
What
on
you mean?
parole?
What you? Nah, he out.
He's out on parole?
He out free. I had to clear that up. He out free. I'm used to saying people
He
out on
out
bail.
free.
Shit, I don't know. That's the next trip. But yeah, O.J. out today. Surprisingly, or are y'all surprised that he's not allowed to live in the state of Florida? The Attorney General told him he cannot move back in any premises of
Well,
Florida.
bye.
Get what I'm saying?
Well, they basically saying that they're trying to protect the safety of the Floridians. They feel like he is a threat
Okay.
to Florida, the state of Florida. So they're telling him he is not to move
They
there.
also have alligators.
Okay,
there,
well,
so
you have-
good job with that.
You have other states, OJ. Just don't bring your ass. To,
Don't go to Florida.
Hey, that's
You
all.
ain't welcome. Not even in Miami. You ain't welcome. Don't come. Don't show up.
We'll be excited and stay tuned to see what's that. Of course, y'all know Monday, Young Dolph was shot in Hollywood.
I'm so glad he's okay.
Yeah, outside of the Shoe Palace. Of course, speculation started coming about, with him and Yo Gotti's camp. They had a long time beef. But they did arrest one person, but they released him because if you're not charged with anything within the first 48 hours, then they have to release you. So, they locked up 43-year-old Corey McClendon, which is out of Yo Gotti's camp, out on a $1 million bond. The prosecutors want to seek further into the investigation before they, come back with any type of charges, anything like that.
Right.
And crazy thing is, a lot of people like, oh, it's not kind of crazy because, when you living at a light, people are like, well, how did they know how to catch him? Crazy thing. Ironically, they were staying in the same hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Dolph's camp and Gotti's camp, so they was in the same hotel. So and he finally broke his silence on Twitter. He didn't really say too much, just letting his fans know he was all right. And then like this right here, something that I've been saying for almost 20 years now, 20 years. So Suge Knight did an interview with Ice-T, right? And he led to the possibility that Tupac
Oh
may
man,
still be
it's
alive.
about how many times you did that?
I'm so tired of
No,
this.
but because he
I'm
said,
tired of him. Stop reliving.
But
Stop
listen,
reviving
listen,
that man.
listen.
He
That
is
man trying to
dead.
get that media coverage.
Listen.
He is not alive.
Listen, because when Tupac was hit in the hospital, Suge Knight was the only person that went to go see him.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, he was the last person to see him on his bed. They were laughing and joking, you know, according to Knight. And he even mentioned that, you know, they were talking about some things, you know, possibly that Pac had paid the coroner $3 million to cover up his death. And, you know, so when Pac was doing it, I mean, when Suge Knight was doing the interview with Ice-T, in regards to that, because Ice-T is actually, you know, he was talking about, what's the movie, All Eyes on Me? And, you know, but they're also coming out with another show. It's like a show, you know, just kind of enlightening the whole Tupac and Biggie thing. I don't know what y'all doing, but I'm looking. She got the glass on. I'm looking. She flexing at me and stuff, but I don't know. But yeah, you know, they coming out with a segment. So Ice-T just wanted to run it by Suge Knight on, you know, more about Pac. And Suge Knight did say, well, if Tupac really passed, you know, because he was like, you know, 5 minutes later, you know, they was trying to say Pac was dead, but they was just laughing and joking. But nobody can really confirm the last conversation that Suge Knight had with Pac. But he did say something about $3 million being paid to a corner, you know, to cover that up. So there may be a possibility. He said, because I just don't see how people can go from laughing and joking. Like, I mean, he was full of life when I was talking to him, and all of a sudden he's so-called passed.
But
So,
now that alludes to the question as to why.
what you mean?
Why do they want to cover up the fact if he's still alive? Why? What's the purpose of that?
Do you not know about the Illuminati? Like,
Oh
did
my
you
God.
not know? That stuff is.
It's a
I'm
whole.
saying-
I feel like
Yeah.
it is real, but in a sense,
Yeah, I don't
we
know.
if that is
I-
the case, we need to know why. What
But
part
you
of the
might not
Illuminati?
know.
Why did
If
are they
somebody-
threatening him? If they say, "Oh, if we see you, we
But
going to kill you,"
but-
type,
but
or
listen,
what's the
Shaw.
purpose?
Well,
You
we
gotta-
don't know. We
It's
don't
an
know.
older-
Shaw got to do her research on the whole.
That's what I'm
Machiavelli
saying.
thing.
This
Do
is
you
why
know
I
who
asked the
Machiavelli was?
questions.
Do you know
This
who
is
Machiavelli
why.
was?
But we
was that?
even getting into that.
Right.
That's a
what-
whole
That's
nother-
a whole
Right.
nother.
That's what I'm
like,
saying. Like, so-
that water runs deep.
Right.
Yeah,
So
I
with
Very
that being
deep.
said, you know, like Pac, if he had multiple attempts taken out on life, because it wasn't the first time Pac was shot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, sometimes you never know what you'll do in a situation until you're the person in the situation.
Right.
If you feel like you got to go hide and you know on to protect your family and your safety, then you might think of some things that where as though you never thought of before, just to protect you and your family. You never know. You know, during those times, you know, they was getting money. Like they wasn't really blowing money on chains and whips like they are now. Like how it's, you know, like I mean, they was getting money and doing those things, but I'm pretty sure, you know, one gold rope, couple rings on their fingers was cool with them. Not multiple chains. So, you know, you could have had money stashed away just like, I'm gonna make a move. You never know. So who knows? We ain't Pac, we ain't Suge.
Right. So,
We wasn't there. You know, only Snoop know. I don't know. But you know, we can stay
Right,
tuned
right.
and look out for that. But that's all I got for entertainment. news,
I don't even want to sign
Well,
up
well,
for that
for-
class.
you know,
You know, Blaine can't speak on it. He was in the military at the time when he was shot. So,
I don't want to
you
sign
know.
up for
Well,
that.
the latest, the hottest news on sports right now, Dwayne Wade. Oh man, I'm not a pro Cav fan, but Dwayne Wade signed to the Cavaliers, and reunited with his boy LeBron James. I just want to know, how do you guys feel about him reuniting, and do you think that it's gonna matter? Like he's gonna get a ring, like. Because I honestly think that this is going to be Wade's last year, and I think he probably wanted to go out with a bang and get a ring, which I do agree, because, you know, at the end of the day, you know, Carmelo is now on, you know, OKC, you know, and I'm pro Melo. But, you know, I feel like a lot of people are saying that the NBA players are not playing basketball. They don't want to build anymore. They want to just jump on the team that they feel is going to get a ring. And ultimately, when you're in the league, isn't that the goal?
It is.
Right?
It's always a goal.
Isn't that the goal? I mean, I understand what they're saying. Like, you know, they're trying to say the NBA is rigged, but I just feel like at the end of the day, you go where the money is and you go where you have a better chance of getting a ring. I do understand that back in the day when Michael Jordan was playing and Allen Iverson was playing, them guys were actually ball players. And when I mean ball players, they can build an athlete from nothing
And they
to
about their
being
team.
somebody. Now you see a lot of guys in the NBA, everyone just want to be a good player, but be next to the star player. When you got people like, you know, even going back to John Stockton and all these other, they actually wanted to build players who didn't have as much talent and build them up. Now we have a situation where all of the star players want to be on one team, or they want to be on one East Coast or West Coast. You know, so it's like, I mean, I respect his decision, you know, as a business person, but you know, we want to see more like excitement, because them playing against each other was more exciting than them playing with each other, you know. But I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Do you guys think that Wade made a great decision? I mean, he really didn't have any other teams to pick from, because I wouldn't go to.
I don't watch basketball, so I'm not at liberty to speak on this topic.
Okay.
Still tripping over Ray Lewis, but go ahead.
I mean,
Did you see that meme that they had with that scene in Django with Samuel L. Jackson?
Who was that dead nigga on that hill? It's like, no, go ahead, Ty.
Play too much. You play too much. I'm done.
what do you think? What you think, Crash? What you think? What you
Oh,
think?
I don't really watch basketball either, but what I'm gonna say
What the
is
hell?
Ride your own wave.
I don't
friend.
watch TV. Period. Like straight up, I don't watch TV. Period. But
Is that a Baltimore thing? I mean,
Nah,
No,
that's-
it's not.
hey,
It's not a
like, I
Baltimore
work-
thing.
I'm
Just
a
that you know
workaholic.
that. It's not.
No, I mean to not watch basketball. Like
No,
I
it's
never.
not.
No, I
heard-
used to. I
It's
used to be
not.
heavy on. I used to be heavy on sports. Period. But it's like
It's
now
No, you
I'm at
wasn't.
this age where I'm just like,
All right, so even with you being heavy on sports and basketball, I'm pretty sure that, you know, it's different from before to now. Like as far as, you know,
Yeah, definitely.
players being spread
I
out.
want that
on
old
different
thing back.
teams.
That's what I'm gonna say when it comes to sports. Because I'm all about, you know, watching like back, like you say, back in the day, where actually
Right.
it was about joining a team and building it rather than just joining a winning team.
Right.
But in today's, you know, society, the way they work is more like, to
Money.
me, it's more about publicity now.
And money.
And about money.
Right.
And when it comes to that, I feel as though in that situation, yeah, it was a good move when it comes to the money aspect.
It definitely was.
And for publicity, yes.
Did he say he want the old thing back though?
Yes, I did. Exactly
Yo,
like that.
American Gladiators don't come on no more, boys. What you talking about?
Actually,
It
it still
actually
do.
does.
It still do.
It actually really
It
does.
does. It does.
Yeah, that's
It
crazy,
still do.
man.
Everything still comes on.
Well, it's gonna be a good NBA season. It's definitely gonna be a good NBA season. I'm real psyched to see
I got too many games, yo.
what happens and what the turnout will be. You know, as far as football goes, I'm a big Giants fan. I don't care. You know, I'm a Giants fan. So
So you just support anything New York, don't you?
I mean, not anything.
Anything New York,
Not
B.
anything
Well,
New
ain't that
York.
what she's supposed to do? She from New
Nah,
York?
What does that mean?
No,
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 you
no.
don't have to.
Everybody,
No.
right?
You don't have to.
I'm
mean,
from
generally-
Baltimore, and I'm not a Ravens fan.
You're not from
shouldn't.
Baltimore.
I
You're
am.
from Bowie.
I'm not.
You like
I'm
the
really not.
Redskins.
So I mean, you don't have to be.
But nah,
So
man.
what's going on with this? I didn't know the story about the Ashanti bullies. So I don't.
Ashanti Bully?
Yeah, Shanti. Was it Bullies or Billy? Something like that, I believe.
Oh, Ashanti Billy. Oh, her name is
I-
Ashanti Billy. That's
I
her
wanna chop
name.
that up.
Ashanti
Okay.
Billy, and her last name, her middle name is Billy. Weeks ago, her mom actually went on social media crying because she couldn't find her daughter for 3 days. The last time she was found was near I believe.
Yeah.
The last time
Naval
she was
base?
found.
No,
Meaning
the
like
last
she
time
got
someone
lost
seen
before?
the last time
Oh.
they seen her, she was near a military base in Norfolk, Virginia. She went missing.
Okay.
Basically, she went on crying. You know, please bring my child back. Bring her back. You know, we hadn't seen her. You know, she's only 19. She goes to college. You know, and again, last time I seen her was on I think it was a naval base.
Because that's where she worked, right?
Right, exactly. So,
Was
They
she
found
in the
her
service?
no.
Okay.
No, they found her in North Carolina. I believe yesterday. Her remains were found. And it really messed up a lot of people because her mom, when she went on social media, she was crying. Like you could see the look in her eyes, the pain. You can see how she felt. Like, you know, a lot of times when you see, oh, this person's child is missing, you don't see the reaction of the parent. But she went on Instagram and said, share this video, share it to everybody. Share it because I need to find my child. I don't know where she is. Crying her eyes out, and now they found her dead. You know, and you know, seeing that, you can feel it. It's almost like she is a part of your family because you felt that.
Was there like a later report on saying like what the possible cause of death was? Or
No, they just found her yesterday.
Was-
So, you know, we
was
don't.
anything like that, or they just don't know?
And
They
also-
none of that information has been released yet.
Also,
So
Kanika's funeral was yesterday morning as well. Kanika Jenkins, her funeral was yesterday morning.
it's just it's
yeah, I don't even
terrible.
want to go back on that
Yeah,
one.
It's
just
just
bad.
it's crazy what's going on with the kids and women being like in New York, they have something that's people are trying to snatch kids off of trains and throw them in vans, and
Are you serious?
I don't really understand what's going on and who's behind the kidnapping and trying to do the things that they do to these kids, but it's just crazy. I think we need to be more aware. I mean, I think that just be more aware and at this point, give your kid a cell phone or something. I don't know. Like, just be more aware, because even with the cell phones, it can track, you know, like, so if your kid is lost, at least iPhones, at least. I don't know about Team Android, but
No, they got chips too.
The way,
all phones do.
The way
the
that they
first ones to
should
do
do
it.
it, you know, like if I finally decide to go that route, of course not now, but later on down the line when I upgrade my son's phone.
I thought
to
I said
an
upgrade
iPhone.
his son.
Nah. What I would do is, what parents should do actually, to be more proactive, just like what you said. Like, just when they get their phone, first thing they should do, you know, how when they sending out their numbers, you know, to all the contacts, letting everybody know this is your new phone, make your child share their location.
right.
Make their child, like, that's what I do with some friends. Like, when I go certain places and I got, like, a bad vibe about it, I'll always share my location, like, with my best friend or somebody. I'm just like, you know, like, I don't know, but here's my whereabouts.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, and always, you know, make them tell you who the hell they with. You know, but share that location though, because you know they have a system now. Police have a system now where so they can ping your last known. Y'all watch Power. How they can ping your area. They can ping your area
Detroit,
based off
always.
real talk. But how they can ping your area based off of cell phone
Cloning
towers to tell
phones
that your
and whatnot.
phone was in that
Right,
vicinity and
right.
stuff like that. So you know, make them share your location, man.
Right.
That's
I
a
ain't
good
sharing
thing.
my location with
There
none of
are a
y'all.
lot of apps that you can add as
Go
well
ahead.
into the phones that, you know, you can locate them. So as a parent, I would actually download that on their phone so that I know where they are. That's what I would do.
Or you can just keep their ass in the house. Ooh.
Or that, but you can't do that.
You don't run
No,
Their ass in the house.
You can't, but you can't shelter your kids
I
either.
ain't saying you got to shelter them. I'm just saying they got to stay home.
That's the same thing.
It's not.
They
It's
can't.
not. It's
It-
not.
I mean, at a certain age, yes, but once they get older, they're gonna want to.
Yeah,
go
once
out
they
to
get
the
older and they
world.
get their own house. If they still living in my house, they living on my rules.
On that note, we gonna jump into a
Yeah.
track.
Yeah,
We
I need
gonna
to hear some music.
we gonna jump into a track right now. I'm gonna let you guys listen to it. You probably know this artist. He's been on the show before. So just tune in. No Sugar Radio.
Tell me what's the problem? How come you can't get no money? Hey. Okay. Yo, well. Tell me what's the problem? How come you can't get no money? Tell me what's the issue? How come you can't get no bitches? Hey, bitches wanna hop in when they see what I'm whipping. Pulled up in that skirt, hopped out with Mr. Chicken. Hey, I just got the pack, I read up, now I'm in business. Bitch keep trying to peek in my phone, girl, mind your business. Hey, my cup always dirty, don't ask me what I'm sipping. I ain't even sweating that bitch, still got her digits. Hey, yeah, they call me Fuego, my flow hot just like fire. Anytime I pop out, I'm draped up in designer. Whoa, Margiela my shoe, Burberry free on my collar. Hey, add my outfit up, I bet you go past a comma. Shoot you, catch my brothers, they go right to the infamy. Chicken keep the 40, so I pray for my enemy. Codeine is my preference, so you could keep the Hennessy. I'm Fuego Gamo, aka Flexer of the century.
I tell that bitch to bow down. When she set me off, I'm feeling good like James Brown. I think Big Mama would be proud. I made some collard greens off the loud. I made some collard greens off the loud. I made some collard greens off the loud. I think Big Mama would be proud. I made some collard greens off the loud.
My weed loud. You want that shit the fuck out? Foothold on this game, man. I ain't gon' never let out. I'm a leprechaun, looking for me gold, till I'm gray and old, smoking bowls. I'm talking slick and greasy, this ain't no country grammar. Age 14,
sick in that arm and hammer. With the coke, man. Hated to be broke, man. Lil' ops talking peace when barrels to they throat, man. Project Qatar, attracting thought bitches. Don't be no fool, keep a tool. Watch your rich ass. Cause a trifling ass bitch will put your pockets in a ditch. In bands we trust, we don't never trust a bitch. Hoes on a nigga dick like Doug Butter. Stay picking shit with your bitch, good dick sucker. I'm trying to make a bag off this music. I ain't selling no more loud cause I'ma use it.
I tell that bitch to buy back. When she set me up for feeling good like James Brown. I think that mama would be proud. I made some collard greens off the loud. I made some collard greens off the loud. I made some collard greens off the loud. I think Big Mama would be proud. I made some collard greens off the loud.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm done.
Y'all caught me in the middle of my rapping.
Yo, the stuff that we be talking about in the back end be really, really crazy.
Greg,
Really,
still
really
got
crazy.
braids?
I just made a boo boo in the
Shaw, you about to
studio.
do- Shaw, you
Y'all
about
look
to-
at this.
Shaw, you
Look
about
at this.
to- Shaw, you
Look.
about to do it again.
Look what I did.
Shaw, you about to do it again.
And then
No, I'm
then
not.
she laughed though.
Shaw, you about to do it again.
Sorry, Crash.
Jesus Christ.
My fault.
Hey,
I'm
Shaw,
sorry.
Just for that,
I
take us
made
to
a mess.
Take us on to the next topic, show. Why can't this mess up?
The next topic is situationships.
Oh, snap. Wait,
It's
clean
about
that
to
up
get
first,
hot
Crash.
in here.
We
It's about to
clean
be a
that up.
hot topic.
Crash,
You got a
before
situation shit right now, Shaw.
Get under the thing.
Let me get it. Give me
Jesus
another napkin.
Christ, they spilling stuff like big kids.
No, it was
man.
me, not they. It was just me. I got it.
Jesus
Anywho,
Christ.
so situationships, is it worth letting go or do you hold on to it? Depending on the situation. Now, everyone's situationship is different. It depends on what it is that you have created with that person or how far you've gotten with that person or what you see with that person.
So can we get a scenario? Maybe.
Let's
Why?
see. There's several different scenarios.
Why?
There's a lot of different
Why go there?
scenarios. Let's say you and someone are friends. You guys been friends for a long time, but you guys been hanging out on a certain note, and you're now at a point where you guys are either trying to move forward into a relationship or you're seeing that this is not going to go forward.
Is this a personal matter?
In a lot of ways it is, because I have experienced this. So it is a personal matter. I've experienced this before, and I'm pretty sure everyone else has as well. But, you know, in that instance, what do you do? Let's say you don't feel the same way as the other person does. How do you go about that?
Why is it a situationship then? It shouldn't be a situationship. If you don't feel that certain way, it don't make it a situationship at all. Like you like the person, whatever you got in common with it. Like I don't know. I consider a situationship being something where
There you go.
You
Now
guys
give your example of a situationship. What's your example?
I mean, I feel like when a situationship is when you guys are just you kicking it, you're doing similar things as a relationship, but there's no title on it.
that's basically what
when
I'm
it
saying.
That's when it becomes a
Exa-
situationship because
because
it's
you
like,
don't know what is going to come out of it. You know what I mean? You're friends with this person. You're not friends. It's more than friends, but you guys
yeah, 'cause that's
are at a point where it's like, do you stay or do you go? What is it that you're creating? Because then you're wasting time. You're still getting older, and there's no progression as to what you're doing. There's no title. You don't know where you're going. You're just hanging out. You can't just be hanging out for the rest of your life. So
Right.
it's like,
But-
you know,
but-
are we still just fucking around and, you know, going out to eat, or are we really building something? Where is it going?
So is the proper question for this topic,
right.
is entertaining situationships beneficial? Or should we entertain situationships? Like, because like the way that you brought the topic,
Right.
I was a
I'm
little-
trying to figure
I
out.
was a little confused about it. So, which should it be? What's your take on situationships? I don't know, because like if it's a personal matter, let's talk about it.
Let's go. Let's
Mhm.
go. Let's
You
talk
know
about
what
it.
I'm
Everybody,
Right.
everybody quiet. What's up? Everybody
I thought he
quiet.
had some more to say.
Yeah.
First of all,
Mm-hmm.
I'm asking all four of y'all.
No, you're not.
Not Crash.
That's what you said, no, you're not.
Crash is
Like, no.
is not
Have
included.
any of you ever been involved in a situationship?
Everyone has. I'm pretty sure everyone has.
Don't talk for me.
Don't speak for everybody.
I think so.
Blaine?
As an adult,
I have.
Blaine?
I know I have. Well,
Okay. You have?
I have a situationship now.
Talk about it. That's all.
Niggas, yo,
Talk
talk
about
about it. Yo, talk about it.
Talk about it.
Let's go.
Oh man.
I don't. Don't get personal. Don't get
right?
personal.
But
I ain't
that's
gonna
what
do
I'm
that.
saying.
I'm
Don't
not
get
gonna
personal.
do
You
that.
don't want to do too much.
Don't get
man.
personal. But I want to say I don't think situationships are healthy. I don't really agree with them as far as being healthy, but it happens. Some people start to get like senile to the situation when it happens. You can meet somebody, you can date them, you can like them. There's no title. It can be for whatever reasons why there's no title. It can be for you having trust issues, which was one of my biggest problems. In my situationship, I had trust issues because of prior relationships, and it stopped me from letting people get close to me. And I'm human. At the end of the day, you're human, so you're gonna have that natural defense when it comes to relationships if you've been through them, and not every relationship was good. And it can be any trait that used to fuck with me. It could be something where where you in a relationship and the girl cheats on you and she's supposed to be a lesbian. Speaking in my turn, she's supposed to be a lesbian, but then she fucks with a guy. That right there, that right there would make me have trust issues with dating bisexual women. So
'Cause
that's
it's like
why
you don't know where you at.
Right.
Every
That's
time-
why I don't date bisexual women at all.
I just want to let y'all know. Every time y'all say something key about y'all situations, I'm going to insert that. Situation.
Oh,
All right? Just letting y'all know.
Boy.
She said dealing with a woman and he had sex with a guy. That's a situation.
Look at that.
It's
That
not
don't make no
it's
kind of
toxic.
sense.
That's some shit right
to
there.
me, I honestly feel like situationships is toxic, and I feel like now
I got
people
asking to call
people just
Oh my
just
God.
go through situationships right now because they just don't want to have a relationship. They don't want to have to deal with what comes with a relationship. And I feel like if you don't want to deal with that, then you need to just be dating people. Don't have a situationship, because a situationship to me is possibly leading into something serious. And I'm guilty of this, having situationships with several women and making several women fall in love and you not really there. Like, I'm gonna be completely honest. Sometimes I wasn't really there with that person. Like, I just either wanted them there for sex, or I just wanted them there for comfort, or they were a good listener.
But what if you started off in a situationship, right? And you wanted something with that person, but you're realizing that person is not exactly what you thought or what you would have wanted. Like, throughout the whole entire time that you're with this person, you're hanging out with them, you're seeing one side of them, but then as you're getting closer, you know how in the beginning of any relationship,
Right.
it's like
when it's
a
new.
honeymoon.
When it's the new stage.
Exactly. But
I
when
call
it's
that the
like
new.
6 months down, it's kind of like, damn, this is what I'm going to be dealing with. You know what I mean? Like, the arguments and all that. Like, but then at that point, you have to think about, is it worth it? Is it worth continuing this?
I mean,
is it
I
making you
think
happy at this point? You know what I mean?
I think that's really completely up to the individual to for me. Like, if you have standards and a person is not living by your standards, whether it's man or woman, do not stay in the situation regardless.
Right.
Don't stay in the situation, because now you're just tolerating that person. And I'm not going to tolerate any fucking body. I don't care what it is. I'm not tolerating you. If you don't meet my qualifications, why am I here? Why am I going to waste any more time?
But then you can't say that if it's a situation where you are friends with that person, if you've been friends with that person, how do you just automatically just say to them, you know what, I don't want to tolerate you? You can't just say that if you built a
Automatically,
friendship.
that's how you say it. You say it exactly the way you mean it. I think no bullshit. Like, I think people make situations so complicated. Be real.
Right.
Like, be completely real. If I don't want shorty no more because either I found out later on she ratchet, She just don't
I mean,
know
you
how
gonna
to
know that up
like,
front, though, Ty.
Not really, because some girls know how to contain their ratchetness.
Mm-hmm.
So, if I bring her around, a family event and she's ratchet, or she's just not, the type of person, or she probably can't even maintain herself in public. You know how you date somebody and in public they just don't know how to just come down.
You see that before dating.
Like
You do.
not really, not
No, you
not-
don't.
No,
Not really.
not really.
You really
because,
don't.
Because if I'm dating somebody, I'm not gonna. Well, if I'm talking to somebody, I'm not gonna be out in public with you because I really don't want to claim you at this point. I'm just talking to you. I'm gonna just keep it a stack with you. I don't want to. I'm not claiming you because the first thing people gonna say is that's your shorty, and I don't want to say no in your face.
Right. That's
So
disrespectful.
I'm just not gonna go out with your ass. That's complete. That's
You eliminate
it.
that
I'm not
problem.
gonna. I'm gonna eliminate that off rip. But some people just don't know how to keep it real. If you're not into somebody, just tell them. And now it's plenty of it's plenty of girls that I had to lay it out because I felt like, yo, this shit is getting overwhelming.
But how do you
Yo.
feel though? Like, how does that make you feel?
It makes you feel shitty. It makes you feel like a dog. You just use that person. Like, I ain't going for you.
No,
Just
you're
use
not. What
that
if, but
person.
what if you're not using them? What if, again, like I said, what if you are close, like you're close to this person, you're friends with them, you've been hanging out, and then it
Tell
starts
them it's over.
moving
Tell them it's
into
over.
something, and then it's like
Right.
at that point you're kind of like, is this really making you happy? And you realize it's not.
But some
What do you
people,
do?
some people,
Y'all too.
some people.
Open up the lines.
Nah. I'm just before we open up the lines and people give their opinion on it. I really want to touch on it because a lot of people, and I put a status up on Facebook. A lot of people claim that they real, but when it comes to speaking on real situations, people don't expose their realness. And if you claim you real and you dealing with somebody, speak on that realness. If you not into them or you found out there's things about them that you dislike, but you like them, you like other categories about them, it's either you're going to stay and work on the part that you dislike, or you're going to go because that's something that you just can't tolerate. Like some people get in relationships and don't know that the man or woman is abusive. And then they find out later on down the line that, oh, he just slapped shit out of me, or she just slapped shit out of me. I don't want to deal
The
with
characteristics are there
Yeah.
early on.
If it's something that you're not willing to deal with, then I feel like telling someone that the person that you're dealing with, listen, this is not what I'm gonna tolerate. I'm out.
Right.
If you sugarcoat it, oh, I don't really know because when you slapped me, it was kind of okay. I did do wrong.
I did mess up.
I did mess up.
Pissed you off. It was my fault.
Fuck that.
No.
Listen,
Fuck
go.
that.
Right.
Be
You are
gone.
not.
Yeah.
Bye. That's it. It's over.
Sit. Bye-bye.
Al got live on fire.
If
Right
you-
now. He
yeah,
said,
li-
I want to dial in so bad to talk
Listen.
about it.
If you want to dial in on this situationship, inbox any of us, and we'll give you the number because we want to know your opinion on this situationship. Inbox me directly. Inbox, King, Shard, Troy, or Crash.
Yo.
Inbox us directly so you can get the number because I really want to know everybody's opinion.
I wanna know, too.
I know I'm not a dog completely.
No, you're not. You're not.
I know I'm not a
You're
dog
not.
completely.
Pull up on the station and speak my mind.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
speak.
consider
If
you
you
a
in the
dog,
Baltimore area, pull up on the station.
See, that's the thing. I'm gonna speak from an angle of a woman who's always in a relationship. I'm
Well,
always
Shaw,
in a
before you
relationship.
before you go to that, right?
Nigga said y'all need a shot.
Nah, yo, Shaw, before you go to that, at this, like, I feel like the woman or the man that don't want anything to do with that other person should know what they want. Period. Some
And if
people
they don't, that's a problem.
Some
They should
people
leave
don't
it.
know what they want.
That's what I'm saying. If they don't know what they want, they should leave it anyway because they don't know.
But see, the fact that a person don't know, just because you're unfamiliar with a situation, like some girls really don't know how to be treated nice, and then when they are treated nice or they are treated like a woman, they run from a situation because it's not the norm. They used to being treated like a dog. So they when they finally with somebody that treats them like a woman, some women get scared, some men get scared, and they up and run, or they close
when you
in,
say
or they
treat
build
like a
bricks up.
woman, what do you mean by that?
Treated like a
Exactly.
woman. Like some people, some women don't really know a real date. Yo, it's no bullshit.
I
It's-
know.
open the
I know what a
doors,
real
stuff like
it's
date
that.
so
is.
small as a real date. Like some women don't know a real date, and when you actually
Right.
like a lot of women now don't know what a candlelight dinner is. and
That's
that's kind of
crazy.
crazy. But you might know, but there's a lot of women out there that don't really know because they never experienced it. But then when you do it, it's like, oh my God, you want to marry me tomorrow?
I'm
No,
gonna go
that's
into
not it.
I'm gonna say
Sidebar.
this. Hold on, let me
Sidebar.
tell
Just
you.
want the draws.
Sidebar real quick. There's a lot of broke bitches out there ain't paying their bills, so they know what a candle. They know what a candlelight dinner is every night. Pay that get gas and electric.
I'm gonna just say this.
I just thought about
They
that.
know what a candlelight dinner is every damn night. Shit.
Oh my God.
I just
Cool.
thought
They got-
about what he
no.
said.
They got flashlights. They can't afford
Bottom
the
line, I'm gonna say this to my ladies.
Oh,
Stop.
Hold on, let
Shit.
me turn my camera to you because
Oh, that's
you always
fun-
want to speak for your ladies like you the
fucked
only
up.
one.
I'ma
I'm
say
half
this.
and half.
I'm gonna say this. No, the ladies outside of this. I'm gonna say this right now. Stop getting fucking excited when he opens your car door. When
Yes.
he opens your door, stop getting fucking excited when he pays the
Ooh.
bill
Ooh.
because
Ooh.
he's supposed to do that shit. If you don't do it, then why the fuck are you there?
First of all, that's
Oh,
why
shit.
Shaw ass is in a situationship now. You ain't in shit. You can't be courteous for shit. Next time we go to the restaurant, that heavy ass door gonna shut. You better hope you right behind me because your titties gonna get caught in that motherfucker. You can't be generous for nothing.
I'm just saying. Stop.
Yo.
I'm just saying. Like these are simple things that a man I feel like is supposed to do for a woman. If he don't get excited. So you're saying.
Fuck
so
your
wait a
life.
minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Pause. So you're saying that that's not how you're supposed to treat a woman? Is that what you're saying?
I'm telling you, let that motherfucking door hit your ass because you feel that way. What are
I'm
you
just
talking
saying
about?
these are simple things that I feel like to be.
Blaine got his hand raised. Let's
This
Blaine,
is
what-
chivalry.
Blaine,
It's-
what's up, Blaine? What's up?
Look at Crash.
Go ahead. I swear to God. Go ahead and try to. I'm going to light that ass up. Go
dying.
ahead. Go ahead.
Let me tell you something, man. At the end of the day, I don't know about all this.
Why
what
do you
you're
start
supposed
every
to-
comment with at the
I
end of the day?
don't, because at the end of the day,
You better
like,
go night night.
because everything that supposed to do, like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Like, as a man, I know there are certain things that I do that I've learned over time. There is never a point in time where I was ever taught I was supposed to do something for a woman.
Just like
I
that
was
one
never-
episode, y'all said that us women, we're supposed to give the man who's out all night long taking care of the bills. We're
no.
supposed to give him a little something. Remember that
And that's
one
out of
episode?
respect. That's out of respect.
Right. So out of respect for the woman, you don't think you should hold,
I don't
hold
think
open
I
the
don't
door?
think that I'm supposed to. I don't think that as a man I'm supposed to pay the woman's bills.
No,
I
you're
don't
not
thi-
supposed to
That's
do
what
anything.
you just said.
No, what I'm saying is not supposed. Maybe I quoted that wrong. Not supposed to. This is what a man should
But
do.
she's pulling back now. You see, this is
Should
what
and
as we as we start picking away at what she was saying. Now we
Should.
realize
No,
that
I'm realizing where I fucked
she
up.
don't even know what the
Yeah,
fuck she
you're right.
did
I
now.
fucked
But you
up.
just
So
said
now
the
let me
same
no.
thing in
I'm
different
gonna
context.
fuck this all
That
the way up
moment
now.
where you know you fucked up,
she
right?
knows she fucked up now.
And
Right?
Shaw, at the end of the
I
day,
fucked up.
Because
I'm
of
gonna
the-
admit that shit. I did.
so like back to what you were saying. Let's pick apart what you were saying. I had a conversation with my mother. Perfect example as to why I think situationships are fucked up. I had a conversation with my mother about my situationship. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing. Ooh, somebody calling.
We got a live caller
Nah,
calling
that's
in
not-
right now.
Uh-oh.
That's my line. Oh, that's my
Oh,
line. That's my
don't
line.
get me hyped. I was like, I want to hear this.
Shaw
Situation-
working right now. You gotta
I'm about
wait.
to get hyped.
Listen, I'm working right now, people. Don't call me. Don't do that.
I was talking to my mother about my situationship, and yeah, I was talking to my mother about my situationship, and my mother said to me, and now mind you, of course I was previously married, so she warned me. She told me about what happened before. I didn't listen. My mother was speaking to me today, and my mother said to me, as a man, when you have somebody that does not respect you or trust you as a man, when you have that person and they don't do those things for you, boy, you better head for the hills.
Run.
You better head for the hills because you're gonna be in a world of hurt later. That person's already showing you that they don't trust you or they don't respect you as a man. If they can't take your word, if they can't take your transparency, if they can't take what it is that you give as a man, and I know you, I made you. I made you.
But don't you feel like when I notice some men take so long to wake up. and that's a problem too. You know, some men they feel like I'm gonna wake up when it's my turn to wake up, or when I feel like you're now the one, or you know, like I feel like I like you now, like you know.
But the thing with that though is timing is always everything. So at the end of the day, there's a difference between a person who's opportunistic, a person that takes opportunities to do things, and a person who actually moves in their time. Like you don't have any control over growth. People will grow as they grow, and they're gonna grow out into whatever it is that they grow out into. But when you pick and choose a person and when and how you want to be able to just interject into somebody's life, that's being opportunistic, and that's fucked up. But as a man or a woman, when you're taking the time and you're in a situation where you're trying to see what a person is going to be or what the person is going to do, you see that shit out. You don't halfway do the shit. That's where a lot of people go wrong. They halfway. They got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. They playing double dutch. You know how people with double dutch.
Isn't that what a situationship is?
No, that's not what it's supposed to be.
Wait, hold on. I'm not able to talk.
That.
I can't speak or nothing.
I'm
like,
just
what the
saying.
hell? I can't even
You've
get
been
a
cutting
word
everybody
in.
off since the music dropped.
The music dropped.
Go ahead.
It's playing double dutch. If you're going to be scared, take your scary ass to fucking Halloween store, get some costumes and shit, because that's exactly, you look like a goddamn horror show. Like, you're scared, and there's nothing wrong with being scared, but be honest about being scared. Walk away. Be honest about being scared. You don't want it, and walk away. And the same thing with the man or the woman who is there trying to give, and not getting that same thing back. You have to not only detach yourself, but you got to walk the fuck away knowing that you did your best, and that person, either it just ain't the right time, or that's not the right person.
Right.
It just ain't right. And you just got to walk away.
Right.
And if you can't be a friend with that person, then so be it. If you can't,
Shaw, what's your take on this?
Now y'all want to know my take.
because you've been giving takes all morning.
Troy, what's your take on this? Excuse me, skip to.
I'm
What's your
gonna be
take?
real brief about my shit. You feel me?
Right.
You know, I ain't gonna. Sorry, Shar. If I took you out on a date, I wouldn't be that cruel. I said I was gonna let the door shut on your ass.
I know you
I'm not
wouldn't.
gonna do that.
I know you
I was
wouldn't.
gonna let your ass out over the puddle.
Oh my God,
That shit.
yo.
You know what I'm saying? Like, a man can't be generous for shit. Like, if we're being generous, you know, if we're being generous, you know, if we're doing what we're supposed to do, you know, a lot of times that shit ain't appreciated. I mean, appreciated.
It's
What's
not
that shit, right?
appreciated.
Appreciated.
Exactly. But
I'm
it
playing
takes a
about
real
some
woman to show that appreciation.
Yeah.
I think.
But see, like, just like what you said in the beginning, like, that kind of contradicted a whole lot of shit. Like, a man's supposed to. Yeah, a man is supposed to.
I didn't mean to say that.
Oh, no, we're going to make you eat them words today.
I know.
We're gonna eat them words.
I know,
You
Troy.
know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's not the fact that a man is supposed to. Yeah, a man is supposed to, but he doesn't have to.
He doesn't.
You know, but because
It's not
that we
required.
because that man was properly raised right, and you know he knows what it is to be a gentleman, and he does those things. He's not obligated to do that shit. But you got a lucky charm when a man does do that. So be appreciative.
Right.
You know,
Right.
appreciate that shit. You know
But
what
I
I'm
feel like women who have never gotten that treatment, they tend to look at that as the biggest thing in the world. And this man could just really be he could be a gentleman, but it doesn't mean that he's not a dog either.
It only lasts the first couple weeks.
Right.
That's not true. That's not. I don't believe that because I've been in a relationship where that was a consistent thing.
And now you're
Was
in a
it- what-
situation.
So
And it wasn't a situation.
Let me just shut the fuck up.
Go ahead.
Let me shut the hell up.
Ty, speak on it. This is No Sugar Radio. Come on, let's go.
It is no sugar
Now speak
radio.
on it then.
But you know, I just
Nigga said that's your fault. Yo, darling on this show, man. If y'all
man,
want-
listen.
y'all
If you have any comments on your take on situationships,
I can't win ever on this show.
What? I didn't
don't
say
win.
any. I didn't
I
say
can't win.
anything. I didn't say anything. Sean. Like,
Yeah.
and-
No matter what it is I say, it's like I'm the only woman on the show. So
Oh, now she's the
besides-
only woman on the
No,
show.
not that. No, Ty's a woman, but I'm the only girly girl on the show that dates males.
All right,
Okay,
so have
I-
have your peoples, whatever women you talking about, to call to dial in, and we'll hear there on situationship.
Y'all heard it. Dial in. Hit me up. DM me. I'm gonna send you the phone number so you can dial in.
Hey,
Y'all
Ty,
know.
I want to say this to you. Since Shaw feel like she the only one on the show, you want to get your Jerry beads?
Oh,
Let her know
my
you here,
God.
Ty.
I'm
Let them know you
Come
here,
on,
Ty.
yo. Come on, yo.
Troy
Want
is
your Jerry B's or
absolutely
not?
gay. Troy is absolutely gay. That's
That
it.
boy, yeah.
Yo, nah, but seriously, so to all our viewers and all our supporters, you know, in regards to situationships, you know, I just want to know at what point does it become a situationship? Like, when does it just become a situationship when you state it is?
No.
Or when does it become a situationship?
It becomes a situationship when the woman asks, or the male asks, "What are we?" That's when it becomes a
I
situation.
hate that line.
That's when it becomes that. Because you don't know how to define it. You don't know how to define it. It's
But-
like, the guy would be like, I don't know.
why
I mean, this is
ask him-
cool. I like the way it is. It's fine the way it is.
And you know when
It's
it comes
supposed to be this
when
way.
it comes to that, I feel like the woman should state what it is, or the guy should state what it is from the beginning. And even when you do state what it is from the beginning, it always end up with someone asking, "What are we?"
But then at the end,
Because
somebody
either
gets
they're
hurt.
caught up or they like what's going on and now they want more. So that's when people start asking, "What are we?" That's when they start wanting more from you. If you already came into the situation and you both laid it on the line, like, "Hey, this is what I want. This is what I'm into. I'm not gonna do this because of this." Whatever the stipulations is, and then when that person asks you, "What are we?" that means that they want more from you, or they like what's going on in your situationship and they want more. You as an individual, if you don't want more, that's when it's your time to state that you don't want more.
And then
some
stop it.
people drag it along and be like, "I'm gonna need time to think about
Exactly.
it. I'm gonna need."
And at that point, you
No.
need to stop it. If the person,
Right.
if you go to that person and say, "I want more," and they're like, "Well, I'm kind of cool with the way it is. We said we were going to be friends, and how does it?" That's when the other person needs to leave, because you've already addressed to them that you wanted more. And if they
Right.
told you no, and it's continuing to be the same way, I feel like I was stupid in staying in a situationship, because I didn't leave when I felt like I needed to leave. I felt like, hey, maybe it might progress. You know, we had a conversation about it. He feels like this is cool where it's at. We're friends. But it's like the more and more you started to get closer or try to move on, you started to notice things that's like, I kind of don't want this, actually. I don't want it. So now
Right,
it's like,
but then that's up to you at that point to tell the person that you're dealing with. There's
at that
no more,
point, but
you
then what
can't-
if at that point that person's ready and that person wants,
Well, it's
and
your
it's like,
decision.
now it's too late because
It's
I
your
came to
decision.
you already.
Listen,
and you said,
it's your decision. It's the male or the female's decision. At the end of the day, it's your decision. If you feel that's something that you're not willing to deal with or you don't want at the moment, do not lead anyone else on. Just let the person know from off the rip, this is not what I want, and I want out. Like, I don't need you to.
Libras
Give
won't tell
me-
you that though.
we won't. We
Libra-
won't. We don't
Libras-
like hurting
Libras
people's
won't- Libras won't
feelings.
tell you that.
We're
See?
non-confrontational.
Listen, I will hurt your fucking feelings. I'm not with the
You're
shit.
a savage.
No, it's not
You're
about.
a Libra.
Yes,
It's a
yes,
difference.
yes. I am
You
a
your own
savage.
zodiac.
I'm a savage, right? I'm a Gemini. If I don't want something, I'm not gonna do it. If I don't want to do something, I'm not gonna do it. Like, at the end of the day, I've been through a lot of situations where, you know, I ended up trying to save someone else's emotion, or no, fuck that. It's not happening no more. At this point, you don't have no time to waste. Like, if you're not into somebody, you need to tell them. You need to tell a person that you're not into them, because the longer, that's how people get, you know, the wait until exhale type shit. This is how shit starts to happen. You start getting tires popped, windows broken, all that, because you're not telling the person up front. I feel like if people become real blunt and tell people up front, hey, this is what I wanted from you, and this is what you wasn't able to give me. Like, some girls lead guys on and be like, you have a big schlong, and then
Schlong.
like,
It's schlong.
whatever. I don't like
What the
it.
fuck is
So
a schlong? That's
it
past
doesn't. It just shit. I don't like it. So I don't know what the fuck. Like, some girls lead niggas on. You feel me? Like, some girl lead niggas on, and then when it's time to cut them off, now they want to run their mouth and say this, say that. So I just feel like if people keep it up front, listen, I don't want to be with you because you got a little dick. That's over.
Oh
That's
my
it.
God.
Keep it a stack. Keep it official. So that way, when he go to the next girl, he won't think that he out here packing. He won't think that. Tell him up front. Listen. Whatever you got going on in the Reese's Pieces cup.
Oh my God.
Now we gonna jump into this next track right now.
Yo, I cannot breathe this shit.
This is what I
need
deal with
me
every
a-
Sunday.
I just need me a
Every Sunday,
Zodiac.
y'all.
I need me a Zodiac
What you need?
translator. You get what
Uh-oh,
I'm saying? You know,
shit.
somebody,
Zodiac.
like, I just need
Uh-oh.
a Gemini to walk with me to articulate how I feel, because I won't tell you. I'll be like,
Right. Troy, I'll Martin Luther King with you. I'll walk the shit. I'll walk the hell out of this march. You get a
Nah,
girl.
but-
You get a
no,
girl that you really
Martin
want
Luther
to
King
tell.
died. You got Jesse Jackson with me. He's
come
still
on,
alive. And he's still walking with people.
But he
Oh,
look crazy right now. I don't want.
He did
That's
look crazy. He
Martin Luther
nuts.
King's more effective.
No, he's not. Oh my God, yo.
It's funny today.
No, I'm done. You.
Yo, what trap we about to jump into,
my ribs-
man?
Oh my God, we about to jump into some Be More heat. Jump into some Be More.
Funny me, yo.
Today.
Listen, if you're in a situationship, just go.
Get out of there.
Just go.
Keep it real
Either
and go.
grow or go. Grow or go. There you go.
Keep it real and go.
Yo, make sure y'all stay locked in. No Sugar Radio. We got Young Glow in the building.
Young Glow is in the building, yo.
Make sure DC artist Young Glow representing BSC. Make sure y'all tune in. We got a lot
in,
coming
man.
up. We got a lot coming up. Ladies, get y'all questions. Huh?
Sugar Radio.
Told you niggas. Told you bitches. Hey, Apollo, nigga. Hey, yeah. Yeah, bitch, get the fuck on my sex, get the fuck on my sex. Hey, bitch, get the fuck on my sex, get the fuck on my sex. Hey, move to the back of the bag unless you undress, unless you undress. Yeah, move to the back of the bag unless you undress, unless you undress. Hey, bitch, get the fuck on my sex, get the fuck on my sex. Yeah, bitch, get the fuck on my sex, get the fuck on my sex. Yeah, move to the back of the bag unless you undress, unless you undress. Hey, move to the back of the bag unless you undress, unless you undress. Tell that little bitch to go that way. My coupe interior is frappe. I'm winning the race, you in last place. You can't smoke in my whip, ain't no ashtrays. I be drinking my juice in the hood with the gremlins menace. It's feeling like ashtray. I might pick up a bitch from Decatur, she roll us a paper, then go catch a matinee. They all bad as fuck. Yeah, I'm just trying to fuck. I pull up in something so big, it's off the grid. I need a 3 car garage just to park it in. I put this dick in her body, she Parkinson, and running parson and just put the arson in it. I be feeling myself like a narcissistic. I'm refilling my wealth cause I'm so consistent. East Atlanta. Yeah, my granny taught me how to speak, so don't question my grammar. Don't question my grammar. Yeah, my daddy just took his ass sleep, so don't mention my papa. Don't mention my papa. Yeah, got me 2 numero telephone, vamos mi casa. Yeah. And we get it poppin', no stopping. I crumble that pussy like missiles. The sweat be dripping like it's Crisco. My gold loose with the click bout. Couldn't kick it till I kick the bitch out. You a bitch, nigga, take a different route. Ain't no pussy niggas loud in this house. In my section, my niggas on Cristal. You say you do not drink, take a sip now. If not, yeah, bitch, get the fuck on my sex. Get the fuck on my sex. Hey, bitch, get the fuck on my sex. Get the fuck on my sex. Hey, move to the back of the bag unless you undress. Unless you undress. Yeah, move to the back of the bag unless you undress. Unless you undress. Hey, bitch, get the fuck on my sex. Get the fuck on my sex. Yeah, bitch, get the fuck on my sex. Get the fuck on my sex. Yeah, move to the back of the bag unless you undress. Unless you undress. Hey, move to the back of the bag unless you undress. Unless you undress. Get the fuck on my face. Fuck on my face. If you ain't talking duckets, I got work in the morning. Yeah, I'm drunk in the function like fuck it. I'm ballin' like DeMarco Sampson. I got hoes from the bitch to the Hamptons. I got bitches that's bullin' and bumpin'. I got crip bitches flippin' gymnastics. Nasty. Oh, I'm clean as a whistle. She call me Orlando. That pussy get tickled. It's 3 for a verse and it's worth it. It's worth. Nigga, pay me in nickels. Yeah, but don't pay me in increments. Needed in full. I'm your money mission shit. I need it. And I need what I want for. I go eat the hunt that possible mission shit. Boss, I make my salad. Boss, see me my sneakers. I run with the creatures. Them niggas won't beef. I'm like Nas. Then I come with that either. These niggas ain't saying nothing. They just spittin'. I come with that fever. They say bring me a hit. I'm never number 2, but I come with that G. Put that brick in my face. I'ma break it down. Treat that bitch like a bitch. I'ma slay it down. You got issues with me, nigga, say it loud. Put the kid in your chin, it's gon' lay you down. If you know me, you know we don't play around. If you ain't from my hood, you can't stay around. This shit pop in the club, turn the speakers up. I'm with dope, get the dough, nigga, team me up. Yeah, bitch, get the fuck on my sex, get the fuck on my sex. Hey, bitch, get the fuck on my sex, get the fuck on my sex. Hey, move to the back of the bag unless you undress, unless you undress. Yeah, move to the back of the bag unless you undress, unless you undress. Hey, bitch, get the fuck on my sex, get the fuck on my sex. Yeah, bitch, get the fuck on my sex, get the fuck on my sex. Yeah, move to the back of the bag unless you undress, unless you undress. Hey, move to the back of the bag unless you undress, unless you undress. Bitch, get the fuck on my sex. Bitch, get the fuck on my sex. Unless you undress. Unless you undress. Hey, bitch, get the fuck on my sex. Bitch, get the fuck on my sex.
What up?
That was K Apollo with Section, man. You're now tuned in No Sugar Radio.
Bitch, get the fuck on my sex.
Yes,
And
yes.
then y'all
Bitch, get the fuck on my
man.
sex.
zone
Young Low in the building.
in the building. Representing BSC.
What up,
What's good?
what
How you
up?
feeling, man? Hey,
Today
squad.
outside, trying to get this interview, knock it out,
Knock it out the park. That's what you did. You think that's what you do? It's easy like that? You knock it out the park?
Ain't nothing to it, man.
Nothing to it.
That's what's up. That's when the artist is ready.
I got a question, man. What BSC stand for, man?
Brainstorming Enterprise.
I like that, man.
Brainstorming?
Yeah, brainstorming.
Enterprise.
How many of you guys?
Well, it's a whole lot
Matter
of
of fact,
game.
I seen one of the dudes. What you got on the shirt? Whoever got on the shirt. We need.
squad at?
Yeah.
Everybody got a whole
The whole squad got
Everybody
shirts.
got the
You
shirt
talking
on.
What-
about
what-
the whole squad
everybody.
got on shirts. Look at them.
Look at that. Look at that.
Not
Y'all
the
see that
team,
back
that
there?
is.
We need
That's
to
called
we need
support.
that. We need to live to see y'all. Can y'all
Gang,
come
gang.
around real quick?
Come around there
Come
real
around real quick.
Oh,
That's right, man.
Say
Rep
it
your
again.
squad, man. Rep your
Look at
squad.
That shirt, them shirts dope.
All that.
These all sandbox niggas too.
Yeah.
Day ones.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yep.
You know that's what's up, man. You know that's good as an artist, man. To still be rocking with your day ones, man. You know, I've been following your IG, man. You doing a lot of big things, man. What you got in store, man?
Well, wintertime coming up, you know, them homecomings coming up, so we trying to jump on some of them shows,
Okay.
get that move, you know what I'm saying, get a little season with that,
Okay.
then still be in the studio, you know what I'm saying, whipping up that crack. So,
I'm talking
you
about.
know, everything I
I'm talking
drop,
about for real, for real.
everybody run away. They round it,
Listen,
you
guys,
know what
when
I'm
he mean whipping up the crack, it doesn't mean
talk about in the studio.
it doesn't mean whipping
It's
up.
not drug affiliated. I promise.
Because I
Some
know you
people
took.
get that mixed up.
See, I'm from Brooklyn, so when you whipping up that crack, we really literally think you whipping up that crack. Like it's no subliminal nothing. It's just it's what it is. Like,
That's the
saying?
reality.
Just like
of
it though, man, you know what I'm saying, when you serve it up, it's ready to go.
Oh
There you
yeah,
go.
you know,
Yeah.
and when
Keep
you
them
serve it
fans
up
coming
right,
back.
You get what I'm saying? That's what make everybody like, yo, keep coming back.
Come
for more.
back.
Yo, Lo, what you got next? What you got next? You know what I'm saying? So you definitely keeping the people on, on their feet, with something in store, man.
So, Young Lo,
Yeah.
like, tell us where you're from.
Well, I'm from the city, Washington, D.C., you know what I'm saying, the nation's capital,
Okay.
born and raised uptown, Northwest, 14th Street, so, you know.
Okay.
All right.
Go through the whole hood.
so
on
we
that,
so
man.
we earlier before you came on the show, we had a discussion. Do you guys include
There you go.
Baltimore as
Part of the DMV.
as a part of it? Because me and King are from New York.
Uh-huh.
We not from here, so we hear that the Baltimore ain't included in the whole DMV, but
That's
ain't
fucked up.
Maryland
get that.
though? Like,
I never got
isn't
that.
I mean, some people take it for how they want to take it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm with everybody for real. Whether it's DMV or outside of DMV or anything like that, I look at like we all together.
Right.
There's money out
Exactly.
here for everybody to make. you feel
Maryland.
me?
Baltimore is
Right,
in
right.
Maryland.
Yeah.
DMV. Maryland. Some people don't get that though.
DMV.
They feel like Baltimore is a separate area. They feel like because it's a different culture, like, everyone speaks differently and people like different things, it's not a part of the DMV. They feel like DC is just strictly DC. PG County is strictly PG County. And I've learned that going to Bowie State. Like, people have come up to me like, say two. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so tired of people doing that.
Sure,
Say
you don't
two, say
count.
dog. Shut the hell up.
So low. I have some some interesting questions. That I do want you to give your full. It's no sugar radio, so you don't have to cut nothing out. Speak your mind on it. Like how old were you when you started this? Because we had a DC artist in here a while back, and I've noticed that it starts from young, like starts from real young. Where you guys are originated, I don't know, like how old were you when you first started rapping?
Well, be for real. I mean, I got people that can vouch for me and say, really, like, I started rapping, like, when I was about 13, 14 years old. But it's like at that age, stuff wasn't really making sense like that. So I feel like I was just playing around with it. So we used to go up the studio, record, you know what I'm saying, make some little few songs and stuff like that. But I took a break from it, and that go-go was just like popping in the city. So that's what I was really just like doing. I was on the keyboard.
Go-go is a DC thing, right? A
Mhm.
DC
music.
Yeah.
Right.
go-go music.
Yeah.
Because y'all gotta
Backyard
explain this
bands.
shit to
Yeah,
me.
we still gotta put you on that.
Just still gotta put me on to that because I don't really, I don't really know too
Don't worry,
much
I
about
got you.
that.
Yeah.
I got you. I got some
That's a
go-go
whole little
classics.
another
I got some.
little world like that for us for DC, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody else really don't understand it like that. That's from other states for real,
Right.
for real. So we've been rocking with it, and it's still being rocked with to this day. You feel me?
So do you know how go-go music originated? Like, was it like somebody was like, damn, we ain't got no radio in the house. Go get some
how the
pots and
fuck-
pans and start beating.
Yo,
This man
so
said-
How
I
the
don't know.
fuck is he gonna know?
oh my gosh, yo.
Hey, that's like if somebody asks us about, of
Club.
course, y'all know Baltimore club music or
music,
whatever. You get what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
that's starting to expand, throughout the area. Well, I ain't gonna say starting because it already started years ago. But, a lot of people, oh yeah, we had that first, but the mixes are from here in Baltimore. So like, I don't really know go-go music. I know my peoples live down in Laurel and PG and Columbia, but that's all they bump.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't really know it. I just be like, damn, put your one leg up. That's all I know right there though. But yeah.
But like, far as in B-more, the go-go too, it just like migrated out there too. Cause
Okay.
we've been playing at like colleges, homecomings, and all that stuff like that for like
Right.
Coppin States and all the other just little
Morgan.
local HBCU, you know what I'm saying, Baltimore schools. So they just like hip to it too at the same time. But far as like New York, that just like was a branch where I feel like it ain't really get too
They don't
much
know
of
much
it.
about it.
Unless if it was like some live like R&B type, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. But far as that bounce beat and stuff like that, it ain't really generated up there. But far as Baltimore, Virginia, and closer areas of Maryland and just DC, that's where it just like really flooded. That's where the money was just big on it.
So where does the Young Low come from? That name originate? Like what does it mean, Young Low? You know?
Well, it's simple though. Ain't nothing much to it because my real name is D'Angelo, so I just took the low. You know what I'm saying? And called it Young
You
Low.
ain't want to be Young D'Angelo?
You don't want to keep putting your government out there, all that. They gonna know that. Once I hit the Wikipedia, they gonna see all that.
I'm a swagger jagger and I'm an artist myself, so I'm about to come out biting your style. My name gonna be Young High.
I can't. Yo,
What?
that one over there.
Can't mess with this.
You sure you a Libra? You sure you Libra like me? You sure? We need to talk about this.
But listen, Lo, man, you know, so being that you from DC, man, and you know, and you've been doing music, you know, how do you feel like your city has really embraced you and everything that you're doing? You know, you got the city behind you.
Well, like I say, the way how it is in the city, people was trying to put it together like far as unity. You know what I'm saying? For people to get together so we could all try to take over. Because I just like sat back and watched and paid attention and look at Atlanta. So I see a lot of them artists, they just doing their thing. So they just mess with each other a lot, like reposting each other's stuff and might be hanging with each other, building relationships and stuff like that. And I just got to keep it all the way real. Like this brand I built, BSC, I started from the ground, from the mud. I ain't feel like I wanted to jump on nobody's wave or try to get help from the next person. Like whatever we did with money we grinded up, we put all that into ourselves and did our thing. And if I try to reach out to you, I mean, if we want to do a song, we can do a song. But if you don't, I can't beg a person, you know what I'm saying? I can't say, look, come on, what's up, woo-woo. We set up a date, you bull jive, you know what I'm saying? Anything on that, I'm not going to keep being on your tail. 'Cause I know at the end of the day, for real, I don't need nobody else. All I need is
That's
my
what I'm
team
talking-
behind
Exactly.
me. As long as we got that money, we going to get
I
there.
don't think they heard you in the back. Can you say that again for the people all the way in the back? You feel me? You don't need nobody but what?
I don't need nobody but myself. That's all it takes. Cause this a one-man camp. As long as you got your cameraman, your studio, I'm good. I do everything I need to do for myself. All the runarounds, the stuff that I need to take care of, paying a little. It makes it easier since technology a little easier too. Anything, cash apps, everything get paid for. This stuff done. It's about just having the time and balancing out. You working and making money and still trying to do your music at the same time.
And
pursue your grind.
that's kind of crazy how you said that, because I was speaking to one of the guys that's involved with RGF, the 1738 camp, and if for those who don't know, that's Fetty Wap's team, and I was like, you know, how coming from coming from Jersey, how was it that that song popped that quick? And he was just saying like everybody moved and pushed that one song, whether it was artists, whether it was, you know, because you know there's usually a lot of several artists in one camp, and it's competition, but it's supposed to be friendly competition, but some people just don't want to support other people, and they say that they're the day ones and all that other shit, but it usually don't go down like that. And with them, how they pushed, you know, Fetty's her whole thing, everybody pushed it because they knew once one man get up there, everybody else is gonna eat, and then you. With that comes with you exposing the people who are really down for you in your camp, and because at that point, the one who's up, you start seeing how people, you know, get jealous and they get flaky and they fall off the team, you know. So, you know, I commend you for knowing that, because a lot of artists don't know that. They have like 15 people. Like we have artists that hit us up and they want to bring their whole damn team in here, and then weeks down we see them on Instagram and they. You know, they like, well, you know, a lot of people fell out my camp.
Not even in the same camp no more.
Right. Like, so the good thing is that
them?
you know that at the end of the day, you know, it's not a one-man show.
Right.
Everybody contributes whatever it is that they do. You might have one man on the team that's a great marketer, one man that's a great videographer, and everybody use their talent to make the team blow, not just make, you know, low blow. You know what I'm saying?
So like I say, cause for real, it's like everybody trying to be the man. So it's like everybody can't be the man at the same time. So sometimes I find myself explaining that to a lot of people, but then sometimes it get a little bit stressful. It's like, for now, I don't even feel like I really even got to explain to the next person, because if you're not researching or you don't know the same thing I know, you know what I'm saying? It's like, ain't no point in telling you, because the way how the rap game goes, the game's to be sold, not to be told. Basically, you know what I'm saying? So with that, it's like, I tell some people, look, we can do this together. You know what I'm saying? If I'm at the edge, you can push me, then I'm gonna pull you. But we can't put the same amount of money to each other and bust the same moves and think we both gonna get there at the same time.
Right.
It's just
And
not
that's
gonna
a
happen.
fact.
You
That's
know,
a fact.
Yeah, you know who actually understood that concept, and you know he ain't really on the music scene like that. You know he branched off, but Nelly. Get what I'm saying? If y'all understand how Nelly came on the scene with the St. Lunatics, you know they all knew that everybody can't go first. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So we all got behind Nelly. We pushed him, and even when your man get on, you know he did what he did. He allowed for them to feature on something. You know, Nelly tried to keep it as in-house as possible. If y'all ever listen to any of his albums, y'all listen to his album?
No, but
man.
next. Let's get that going.
No,
Let's
real
get that.
shit.
You know,
Real shit though.
like-
You know, a lot of people didn't know, but like Nelly tried to keep it as in-house as possible. Like as far as when it came down to features, you know, he only wanted to do a lot of R&B features, but when it came to rap features, he wanted to, he had a whole team of rappers. You get what I'm saying? So if he gonna cut the check with anybody, he gonna break bread in house.
So with that being said, how many rappers, singers, like who's on your camp? Are you the only rapper or?
Well, right now, to be honest with you, I'm is the only rapper right now.
Mhm.
We got a few potentials, but you know what I'm saying? Like, my brand is not mediocre the way though if somebody just say they want rap or be with the brand, they could just be with it. Like, you gotta show me something. Like,
Right.
we got to have like a certain mark period, at least 6 months to a year. If you can show me you could be consistent and keep your grind up yourself and keep your money going and keep your stuff going, then I mess with you. But some people get their feelings when they feel like I can't hold their hand or I can't bring them with me because
Right.
we still paying till we play. You know what I'm saying? It's a pay to play game, so I ain't really make it yet. So it's like at the end of the day, we still investing day by day in this. So if I'm investing day by day in what I'm trying to do, how am I help you?
Right.
That's the big
Right.
thing. The
Man,
big
drop
thing with
them
all of that
nuggets,
is
man.
be the man in what you do. A lot of people want to be the man in what the other person is doing. If you're not a rapper and you're a photographer, be the man in what you're doing. You're going to succeed in what you do.
Right.
And that investment isn't going to be the same. If I'm putting out money for photography equipment, that's way different than studio time or anything like that. So be good at what you do. You're going to blow and everybody going to bring it back home. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
Well, just speaking of that, I see on your Instagram and with the team we was talking about how image is very important, and we try to explain that to a lot of artists that connect with us. Everything about you and how you present yourself is very important, and I see that on your Instagram. You make sure that your image is clean cut, clear. You don't have just bullshit pictures. Like you have professional photos, videos. You don't put out just fluff. And how important it is, like if you could, like for all the artists who's listening and tuned in on our Instagram and stuff like that, how important is image? Because I think coming from us, people feel like, well, you're not in the rap game, so you don't understand. But coming from another artist, can you explain how important image is in regards to what you're trying to display, like your rapping career?
Well, I feel like people should know, but basically I can speak for myself on that one. Like, image is very, very important. Like, my whole team even know that about me. Like, I was just all about image just period before, like, even getting into the rap. You know what I'm saying? It's just a first impression thing. If a female see you, the first time they see you, to be honest with you, it might be funny. They might look at your outfit, but they don't even see how much money you got in your pocket or not. But that first impression, when they see you, how you dressed up and you looking good,
Right.
you can finesse off that. You know what I'm saying? Just how you dress. So far as with the rap and far as image, it's like, even if you up and coming or whatever, when you keep that image up, first person when they see you and how you carry yourself at the same time too, that's how they gonna respect you.
But as long
You
as
know
that
what
image is raw, as long as it's you, right?
Yeah.
It's not anyone else but you.
So what you trying to say is not?
No, I'm just
what
saying,
you-
like,
what you
people.
trying to say?
What I'm saying is,
Try-
okay, so y'all know me. I'm a stylist, so I know about creating an image for people. But as long as it's who you are, if you're able to tell me the things that you want as a person, what kind of message do you want to send to people? Do you want to send to them, I got money and I got bitches? Or do you want to send to them, I have a message and I want you to know this?
You sound like you wasn't supposed to be saying that word. I got money and I got bitches.
I'm just saying, like, an image could be an image, but as long as it's true to who you are.
Well, I feel like it's both at the same time.
Right.
Cause it's like with the rap stuff, it's like a whole package. So you can, so everybody don't have it all. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, so if you got the whole package, you feel like you can run with it.
Right.
You got image, you got talent, and you got swag. Some people might don't got the image, but they got the talent. So it's like, how could you really sell without the image? You know what
You
I'm
gotta get
saying?
somebody to help you
Right.
sell it.
But it tend to be a little hard like that sometimes too when you can't sell as an image because that's what a lot of labels too look at, like, how can I sell? You know what I'm saying? And not saying like it's only just like a DC swag, but some of these artists that's out here, it's certain stuff that they got that they swag that it fit them. You know what I'm saying? Whereas though that's their image that it could sell.
The it
You know what I'm
factor.
saying? Like the
Law of
whole
attraction.
21 Savage, his whole high top fade, all that, like how you do. You know what I'm saying? It's
Not
nice, it's
everybody
cut.
could do it.
All the youngins out here that's elementary and high school and all that stuff like that, they rocking them fades. So you know what I'm saying? That's what's hot. That's what's in. He's selling it. That's swag. That's his image. You know what I'm saying? So you got to have some type of image that you gonna sell with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My swag is like a DC fly. You know what I'm saying? Clean cut. And I ain't saying like I gotta be always in designer clothes or nothing like
Right,
that.
right.
But they just know when they know Young Low, they just know, all right, we about to see a clean cut artist
Now
with a good performance.
Explain what DC swag is.
How could you fucking explain
It's
it?
a way. It's a way to explain it. How would you
what-
explain
but
your
how do
version
you
of
want him
DC
to-
swag?
I mean, to me, for real, it ain't really like it's explained. It's just how we live it. It's just in us. You know what I'm saying? It's just that whole fly. Like, even since we was 13, 14, they had groups called Fly Guys. Like, it was just always in us. Everywhere we go, around the globe, whether it's U.S. or wherever, they know about DC. Oh, them youngins is fly. You know what I'm saying? On how they dress. So, come from us. You know what I'm saying? ATL, they had that little designer. But other than that, we started that swag stuff for real.
That's what I'm talking about.
I mean,
Start trending.
because I mean, a lot of people, Shar, you might contest to this. You know, swag is what you make it. Your swag is not gonna be like my swag. Your swag is not gonna be like her swag. Your swag is who you are. Like, and a lot of people try to mimic other people's swag, and then they look stupid doing it because it's like, yo, that's not you. That's not you're not
Exactly.
built
It
like that.
doesn't
So
fit.
stop. Like I when I see other people rocking Timbs, and I know that that's not their swag. Like, go ahead and do what you do. Like, don't try to don't be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you
some mountain gears.
you can tell when people are trying to be other people because it comes out. It's something that you can just see off rip. But I like the image that you portraying out there. Like, I like what I saw on your Instagram because it just showed that you take what you do seriously, and I commend you for that because there's a lot of artists who feel like they want to be I don't want to say they want to be a star but don't really know what it takes to actually
take
be
work.
a rapper.
It's real
Like,
work.
Should take work.
they don't
Real.
understand, and some people don't know what rapping is. So we could get to that, but we ain't gonna touch that.
Oh no, I'm gonna ask about that, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a whole lot though with this rapping stuff for real. That's why I be telling people if you can't put 110% in, there's no point in doing it.
Exactly.
Like, cause you gotta put blood, sweat, and tears. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Late
Even
nights, early mornings,
A
all
lot of
that.
late nights.
yeah.
So I'm big on marketing and networking. How important it is for you to make connections and network with people, whether it's in DC, whether it's in any other state. How important it is for that connection to be made in order for you to reach that point.
But when it comes to that, you gotta use your connections and sources because the way how this rap business goes, everybody trying to get paid. So basically, since everybody trying to get paid, you gotta holler this person, cameraman, he wants some money. Studio, they want some money. The team that's put up your flyers, they want some money. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna want some money, so you gotta use them sources. And it might not be as much as the next person if he don't got no sources and he just coming to people, but I don't mind like investing, you know what I'm saying, in my craft to get the things done that I need to get done. To market what I'm putting out there because it'll be a waste. You'll just be doing this just to be doing it. And it's like a hit or miss with it. You feel me?
Yep.
So it's like you gotta put that all into that. So as me coming up in the go-go and being around the city for a while, like I can say I met a lot of people who is good sources to me now as for the rap.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't always gotta be me meeting somebody for them to put some money in or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like just by me playing the go-go, man, that's how I met my cameraman. We already had a relationship before I even started the rap. So then once we switched over to that, you know what I'm saying, to the rap and I started doing that, he was in my best interest. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I put him under the wing. It's like favor for favor. He bring my visual to life and I'm bringing him clientele.
Right.
You feel me? So
Makes
that's how
sense.
that go.
That makes sense.
Makes sense, man.
Shout out to the people holding the cameras, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Introduce your cameraman. We want to make sure that everybody get there. You ready to get on the mic, cameraman? Or you?
Yeah, man.
I mean, yeah. If you want to.
My cameraman, he in the
No,
building.
I just
man.
want you to introduce him.
Dream Team Buddha, man. You can
Okay.
go check him out. Check his little catalog page out on YouTube. He got a lot of videos out on there. He be freelancing, doing a lot of stuff. He don't just only shoot rap videos. He shoot go-go shows and birthday parties and weddings and everything like that. So that's the one thing I like about him too. Like he keep everything busy at what he doing. So it's like if I'm not around or if I'm doing something else, I know he's still perfecting his craft, so he getting better and better. Like I could look at somebody else's video, it ain't had to be mine, but I could just see, oh, he doing this. I ain't had that in my video, but he getting better. But I'm gonna make sure that's in mine now that he doing that. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that go.
How long you guys knew each other?
Probably a good 7 years for real.
Wow.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's ground.
Y'all about to hit that decade mark. Y'all about to hit that decade.
Yeah.
Which is great. I feel like relationships is always important when it comes to any career that you're doing, because, you know, you don't want to burn bridges. And I see a lot of people, especially in the rap, in the music industry, period. You know, there's a lot of bridges that are burnt because people are trying to step on other people's toes, or they don't pay homage to the people that done it before them. And, you know, speaking of that, have you worked with any mainstream artists, or if you didn't, is there any mainstream artist that if you were offered the opportunity, would you jump on it immediately? Like,
well, a couple of people like in the city who Jolly been doing anything for a little bit that I linked up with was one of them was Light Show. He doing this thing out there, you know. He just sold out a show at the Fillmore, so I keep up tabs on some of the people who still doing a thing. You know what I'm saying? I salute them out there because, like I say, it's a grind, so I don't hate on nobody.
right?
And then the other guy I collab with was Goo Glizzy. He one of Shy Glizzy artists that he got that sign to him. So other than them two, them the only two in the city. Like for real, I just be trying to focus on myself and like keep perfecting my sound, because I know I'm still not all the way where I'm trying to be yet. So
That's what's up.
it's still got to take more time. Like people who listen to my songs and stuff now, it might be feeling like it sound nice, it's tight, it's good, and this and that, but I know the flaws like a little bit, but this is still what I'm feeding to y'all. I'm like, wait till another year or 2 years from now, it's going to sound even better than that. You know what I'm saying? So
Speaking
I'm
of
about
that,
to
let's
have a
get
grind.
into one of them tracks that you sent.
Oh,
You
yeah.
want to introduce it yourself?
Well, it's the new track I'm about to put out now. I'm waiting on the artwork cover to come over by the graphic designer. But
So
it's
we got
called
the exclusive.
Gorgeous Type, yeah. So
So-
they ain't hit the streets yet, but you can give them a little sneak peek of it.
I'm talking about.
Okay.
All right. No Sugar
Get a lot of
Radio
spaces around here.
exclusive.
So it's
Exclusive.
Gorgeous Type, right? That's what it is.
Gorgeous Type.
Talking
So
about,
don't play the whole track. Is what
Yeah, I mean, you can give them the hook in the first verse. Know what I'm saying? Let them wait, tease them a little bit till they come
Okay.
out. It should drop them a couple more days, though.
Okay. Y'all heard it live.
I like
Exclusive.
the way you work.
We got the. Let me turn this goddamn camera around. Listen, we got the exclusive from your boy Young Glow. It's called Gorgeous Type. Shout out to you, Ross, cause you know you blessed us with. I'm gonna just go play it. I'm getting a little emotional.
Something's wrong with her.
She alright though. But I like her. That fit my description more. Pretty eyes, big thighs, slim waist, cute face, you hear me? No, that's all I do is them bad bitches. I ain't lying. Look, only fuck with bad bitches, that's she the gorgeous type. Heard the shorty like the lean, baby, shorty like the Sprite. Got her rolling up the sands, might just fuck her for the night. Hit the Saks, Fifth and Beverly, and then we caught a flight. Only fuck with bad bitches, that's she the gorgeous type. Heard the shorty like the lean, baby, shorty like the Sprite. Got her rolling up the sands, might just fuck her for the night. Hit the Saks, Fifth and Beverly, and then we caught a flight. My bitch, she asked me, do I love her? I say not at that extent. Said she gave a nigga pussy, she think I'm a parent. I can't be no sugar daddy, baby girl, you got me bent. I just fuck him, then I duck him, cause I'm something like a pimp. I got hoes out the hoes, texting, asking where I be. I been jugging and finessing, making plays on these streets. Since a nigga money up, these suckers really think I'm sweet. I'ma leave his ass grass, cause I always pack the heat. And so many niggas hating on me, but this shit ridiculous. Niggas take it to the hop when they find out I fuck they bitches. Tryna put me on they snap, but I don't feel like taking pictures. I'm just all about my money, I'm just all about my fast lane. Fast money, cause I'm always in a hurry. I'm too busy for a girlfriend, I can't see me getting murdered. If you can't cooperate with me, then bitch, you getting curved. Yeah, see, we beat them all bad, I rep it till I'm buried. Only fuck with bad bitches, that's she the gorgeous type. Heard the shorty like the lean, baby, shorty like the Sprite. Got her rolling up the sands, might just fuck her for the night. Hit the Saks, Fifth and Beverly, and then we caught a flight.
That's it.
Too much.
That's it. We before we get into anything else, I need y'all opinion. Because I know I only fuck with bad bitches. You can check my rap sheet. So, but I'm gonna need y'all opinion. So, what's y'all?
I'm not even.
What y'all think about this song? I like it. I like
Fire.
It.
I ain't gonna lie. I had to refrain myself from getting up and dance like I normally do.
Yeah, you do that.
I'm gonna be honest.
Christ.
I really fuck with that song, man. You know me, I critique music a lot and shit. You know, even though, no, I don't want to say that. It's a lot of artists that come out and sound like each other. You get what I'm saying? But this right here, like, is new hip hop, but it's still set apart from what's already out there. You get what I'm saying? You know, I like the whole concept of it. You know, a lot of artists, you know, they don't know how to stay on concept with the hooks anymore. You get what I'm saying? That's how I grew up writing. Being in the studio, we would sit there and the whole song was formulated around the hook. Sometimes you can complete the song off of having a hook, as long as we all know what we talked about and you stayed on topic with it. You get what I'm saying? Like, the hooks don't match the verses. It's just like they just be bars that people fill in. But I really like this though, man.
Appreciate
It's
real
catchy.
talk. I'm waiting for it to drop, man. So
You coming out with a video for it?
you got to. If you need, you got to. Shit, because I want to
Cameraman,
see
get
the
that
bad
thumbs
bitch
up.
in it. I want to see the bad bitch in it.
I want to see the bad
You know what I'm
bitches in
saying?
it.
But nah, man, you know, you did your thing with that, and I appreciate that, man. You know,
Thanks, man. Thanks.
yo, it's not too many people artists. I mean, not too many people songs that I would support and buy and stuff like that because it just don't have that factor for me. But like, that's dope though.
Yeah, that was.
I got one more question for you. I don't want to be hitting you with 1,000 questions, but
Yeah, let me get some shit.
What are some personal advice you would give an artist that's trying to pursue music right now, whether it's rap or R&B or whatever it is? What advice would you give another artist? Because I see that some artists don't like to give advice because they don't want someone to come up before them. But what advice if you want to share, it's up to you. Like, what advice would you give?
The main thing for real is to stay focused. Like, cause just by me learning, I'm still experiencing learning as time go on. So it's like life throw curveballs and stuff sometimes too. It could be anything going wrong. Like somebody could die in your family, or somebody get locked up, or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Certain stuff can discourage people's mind. You know what I'm saying? And make them lose their focus. Like whereas the person ain't writing, they stressed out. So like sometimes you gotta weave around all that stuff like that and just lock in and still stay focused. Cause as time go on, stuff still gonna happen.
Right.
And you still got people depending on you. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I came this far. I still gotta get them what they want for real. I got people depending on me. People that's locked up. You know what I'm saying? All that still feed at my head all the time. Look, make sure you keep going. Make sure you keep going. So I take, you know what I'm saying, initiative of that just to be like, I'm a grind. You know what I'm saying? Until I get it. Ain't no way. It's no doubt in my mind to say I'm not gonna make it.
Right.
I know I'm gonna get there. It's just a matter of time. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? Other than that, like I say, what I want to tell people is just stay focused, keep your grind up, take care of yourself, don't worry about nobody else. Any type of way you can make money, whether it's, mainly it gotta be legit. You know what I'm saying? It's good to be legit because, like, so you won't get bagged up or nothing like that, or locked up from doing what you're doing. Because, like, a person like me, I'm the only person in my brand, so I'm a liability. If I get locked up or if anything happens, that's goodbye to the brand. Because, like I said, like, I'm the only artist, so I gotta make sure, you know what I'm saying, everything is secluded, good. You know what I'm saying? How I'm making my money. Then my team, they do how they do it, and they come back and everything come as one, and we get stuff together.
Right.
You know
I'm gonna need everybody, as far as your team, just to introduce yourself and your social media. Let people know if it's whoever wanna come out and just kind of introduce themselves. Starting with you, Lo. Let people know where they could find you, your music, everything, any upcoming events that you're gonna, just go ahead and take the floor, whatever it is that you.
All right, well, like, as far as they know, my Instagram is YoungLo_the_man, YOUNGLO_the_man, THEMAN. So you can find most of my resume stuff in there, like all the preview clips of like my videos and whatever's upcoming, what I got that's going on and stuff like that. So far as like my mixtape that I dropped, it's called The Beginning. You can catch that on Spinrilla. You can catch that on Tidal. You can catch it on Google Play. You can catch it on iTunes. And you could catch it, like, some of that stuff on WorldStar, like a couple of videos on WorldStar and stuff like that too. So
do you have any hard copies of that? When you do drop it, are you gonna have any hard copies?
I'm gonna have hard copies and some posters.
Make sure you send it over to No Sugar.
Oh, I got you.
Make sure you send it over to No Sugar. Who wanna rep it next? Who Cause Low got a lot of people in the building, y'all.
Got a whole team running.
You know.
Man, y'all check out Hundo Twan, man, on Instagram. You know, fucking with BSC, Uptown, Run the Town. You hear me?
All right.
Squad.
Squad.
Man, I'm the musician for the most part, man. That's about to get a lot of work, you know, for Young Low together. But I think my Instagram is bass player TOB. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of the original members. I'm saying when we first started in the Go-Go band that led to him, you know, doing this rap thing.
So I'm talking
That's
about
lit.
Oh, pause.
Don't stop the flow. Don't stop the flow. Don't stop the flow. Anybody else?
Somebody else coming on?
Anybody else next?
Y'all good?
They
You
good.
You good?
This is what I'm talking about. Anybody that runs with a keyboard player, bass player, guitar player, or anything like that, yo, is legit. You get what I'm saying? Because that's the art of music. It's more than just messing with beat machines and stuff like that. When you can be in the studio, like I like rappers who can, because it's gonna come. It may come times when you have to do an acoustic set. You get what I'm saying? And now you sitting there playing with live musicians in an intimate setting.
Yeah.
That shit right there is dope because you can't fabricate the whole live feeling, man. Big ups to you, because bass playing is hard. I done work with bass players, yo, and you really gotta listen for that sound. You get what I'm saying? But when you formulate it, you ever recorded live? Yeah. So when you formulating that sound of recording live and infiltrating it into a track, yo, it's a lot of work, yo. But it's dope once you get the dynamics of it, man. Like, yo, shout out to the whole BSC team, man. I'm trying to tell you, I know my music, man.
Thank y'all for coming. No sugar.
You get what I'm saying?
My man, he been touching that bass for like 12 years plus. So
Yeah, man.
Wow,
That's work.
he do his thing on that though. You know what I'm saying? I put my head down to him for that.
Right.
And still consistent to it to this day, for real too. Cause like a lot of people, like they didn't put their instruments down. Like he's still going with it. You know what I'm saying?
And you said something that was very key. You said something that was very key. Damn, I gotta get back to it. I don't even want to fuck it up.
You ain't gonna get
somebody say something.
You ain't gonna get back to it. It's over. It's over.
No. Matter of fact, that's what it was. I'm sorry.
God damn it.
You said something about that you acknowledge that you're not where you're supposed to be. That's good. That's great because you always leave room for growth. You get what I'm saying? Like you put out there and people can't really judge you from where you are because you're still progressing. You know, that's dope. So one thing when we were writing, when we was coming up, we used to use the form of battle rapping just to test what kind of, like that's how we was doing in high school. Battle rapping was the thing. So did you ever utilize battle rapping just in the early stages of you rhyming just to see where you were? How can you compete amongst other artists and stuff like that? Or just, just to challenge yourself and keep yourself on point? And then I got a follow-on question right there that goes hand in hand with that.
I mean, back in the day, like I said, when I started, when I was young, when I was 14, 15, I used to just put it together just to play around with it for fun.
Right.
But now, I mean, I know some people like be big on the freestyle, you know what I'm saying, trying to be seasoned with it, but I be working so hard on my music, like I don't really be just liking just to freestyle around or just play, like, you know what I'm saying, with music. Like, if I sit and write my songs, sometimes it take me hours because I be trying to put my heart into it, you know what I'm saying, to make it come out for real.
Yeah.
So it's like some people, they might go to the studio, I'm like, oh, I ain't got nothing down. We about to just go in there. We about to just put something down. You might got some talented cats that's like that, but majority of who I've been around, when they put something down and it's not written or they ain't put their time into it, it be a bunch of bullshit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why I stopped freestyling. You know what I'm saying? But just like, no, real shit. Because
Jesus Christ, turn his mic off.
No, real talk. Like, see, y'all don't understand the aspect of it. Like when you freestyle, you might say some good shit, but it's not consistently good. You know, so when you taking out the time to actually write a good record, yo, you want to put a lot of thought and time in it. Like for me, when somebody send me something and want me to feature on it, yo, I might take a week just to get back to them because I'm sitting there writing all day, just sitting there thinking about, damn, how can I make this come to? And then when they hear it, they be like, yo, I be like, yo, I hope you like it. But they be like, yo, that shit was great. You get what I'm saying? Like you got to put the time into it. But the other thing was when you said, just staying focused, the advice that you give artists. I tell people that a lot because it's so easy to get distracted, with your outside business when you're trying to make music your business. I talk to a lot of people, and I'm pretty sure everybody in this room came across somebody who sang, rap, play, whatever. You be like, yo, how you doing with the music? And you like, oh, man, I fell off, and I'm going to get back to it. When you going through should be the time where you should have a pen and a pad in your hand. Because that's when you come out and write a lot of emotions, transitioning that into rhyming and putting that into song. That's how a lot of Jasmine Sullivan, she's key for that. Mary J. Blige, she's key for that. When you're going through, that's when you should be really writing and putting your feelings on pad because that's when you can really get your hits out because there's going to be somebody that listens to your song like, damn, yo, I felt that. I can relate to that. And if one person can feel it, multiple people can, and that's how that shit climb the charts.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, stay focused, man.
When you stand real too, and then like you think of the story ahead of time before you try and put it together, it come together more better. You know what I'm saying? As far as each line after line after line, because it's hard sometimes for people to make a whole 16 for real. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy. You know what I'm saying? You want it to be fire from the beginning to the end for real. And I got some people who been rapping doing their thing, and they might be like, yeah. Some people like I heard they song, he did his thing on that verse, but that's all he did was straight features.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You want to be able to show yourself as a man that you can hold down a whole song by yourself.
And
You
J.
know what
Cole
I'm
did
saying?
a whole album,
Yeah,
no
you
features.
know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, man.
it's not easy to make a whole solid hook and then make a whole solid 2 verses. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They gonna respect you for that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's all I've been doing for real. I only didn't put out probably like 2 features out my whole career. Everything else I've been doing was straight me.
That's
You know what I'm saying?
yo.
So
Somebody on Instagram said that he talking about me. Money _ right up T.
Yes. Yeah, man.
I don't know if you know.
That's probably one of the fans or something.
Okay.
But
Who that
like you was
is?
saying, man, you know, like
Who
even
that
if somebody
is?
tell you, I just need you to do an 8, or
I
I
was
just need you
about
to do a
to
12,
say.
or you know, I just need you to write a hook. Like you be sitting there, like putting your all into it in the hook. Usually, there's only 8 bars being looped. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In that format, but you know that should be hard as shit when somebody like, yo, just send me an 8.
Yeah.
You be sitting there like that's the hardest fucking 8 I can do.
Yeah,
when it's only half a verse though, but you want to put your all into that shit, cause like, you know what I mean, but yeah, man, stay focused, man.
Like I said, I had times though I went in that studio though, and they told me get on their tracks, and I just wrote a quick 12 or something right there. Just still burnt it up for them. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying like far as like a lot of the songs like I did be having stories behind it. So those are the ones like I take my actual time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To deliver a message to them so they could just hear the whole
Stay on
thing.
concept.
And then when I get my cameraman, we just bring that whole thing to life. So that's how I be feeling like that's the beauty of music. Like when you make a song and it's like so much beautiful locations and just areas where you can just put together the piece of a video to make a beautiful video. You know what I'm saying? So some people don't really look into all that or even take it deep that serious. Like I don't want to just be making basic videos and be in the hood or in a building or stuff like that. Like it's a million scenes, locations, and everything out here that can make that together. Because you know, sometimes like if you try and put your video on BT Jams, they gotta review that before they put that on it. You know what I'm saying?
Whole
The
process.
quality even
They
gotta
don't
be
know
a
the process
certain,
of
It's
the
a whole
shit. They don't
process.
know.
Paperwork, everything.
Well, Lo, I definitely appreciate you and the whole BSC
definitely.
squad coming
Always,
through,
man.
and showing love to No Sugar Radio, and definitely giving us an exclusive on the new track called Gorgeous Type. A lot of people are basically stating that they want to hear it, but we ain't gonna play the whole track. We just gonna, you know, we gonna run the hook back in the first verse, you know. So if y'all really want to follow this man, make sure y'all follow him at YoungLo _ the man.
Yeah.
Right?
YOUNGLO_THEMAN.
There you go.
Right, and he's representing DC. So, you know, DC stand up. DC's definitely in the building. And what we trying to do at No Sugar is basically put it out there, expose the artists that are in the DMV area, not expose them in a bad way, but expose them in a positive way, and let people know that there's other music. Music is just not coming out of New York, not coming out of Atlanta. You know, there's other artists out there who are hungry, who are grinding just as well as everyone else. So, you know, I truly appreciate I truly appreciate you coming through and understanding the importance of being an artist and investing in yourself, because this has nothing to do with, you know, the No Sugar camp. This has everything to do with Lo himself, understanding that, you know, when you're trying to climb the charts and do things like, you know, a lot of people hate on Cardi, but when you try to do things that, you know, she did and hit #1, you have to invest in yourself, regardless if you don't. Regardless if you don't like her lyrical content, regardless if you don't like the person she is as an individual. There's artists out there who understands the importance of climbing that chain and investing in networking and marketing and putting their image out there so that people could understand who they are. Because you just can't walk in the room wearing the same color as everybody else. You gotta stand out. You gotta stand out. You cannot say I want to be a rapper and do what other rappers do and take videos in studios and take videos and saying you working. There's more to it than just we just talk about. We had a meeting last night. We just spoke about it because there's a lot of artists who complain a lot in regards to why we don't want to showcase their talent or display them, because it's not only just your brand.
They don't want to put the work in.
You know, it's the work,
evident.
but it's not only your brand. When you include someone else like the BSC, people are gonna know, okay, No Sugar, BSC on today, October 1st. it's other people brand involved in one. So when you try to give people fluff, we gonna give it to you real at no sugar, to be completely honest. So if your music is trash, we're gonna tell you your music is trash. You need to go to back to your producer and your engineer and start getting that shit mixed and mastered because it's trash. And I think with people, when you give it to artists like that, it makes them a little bit hungry, because every artist remember the first time somebody told them that they can't.
Some people probably can't take criticism.
Tell you like this, man.
And if you can't take criticism, then the music game ain't for you.
Yeah,
right.
You know. So
I want to say something real quick that really stood out to me, and I don't think a lot of artists probably gonna catch on it, is that transition that you said yourself. You know, you transition from being a hobby to a career.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, to me, it's like your whole team right now. All I see is career men, not hobby. It's their career men. Like him with the bass. You know, we've been doing it for years, and a lot of artists, they miss that. To them, it's like they're still trying to create this pain hobby, and not transition to actually doing a paying career.
Or you got the artists saying that they're from the hood and they went through the struggle and they got $1 million houses. Shut the shut the hell up.
Behind Walmart.
Shut the hell up. You ain't eat oodles and noodles and eggs for a whole. You know what I'm saying? Like, just shut the hell up. You ain't. But you got the people who be right. That shit real. Niggas is still doing.
The one that Chanel got stacks in there, somebody still struggling. Like,
niggas is still eating syrup bread. Niggas putting syrup on the bread and still eating it just to try to survive. Like, so be yourself. You know, Young Lo dropped some real bars out. You know, here, just letting y'all know as artists, be yourself. Stay true to yourself, and if you have a good team behind you, you know that's gonna be a main key to your success. You know, making sure that everyone understands their position in the team, and just realizing that it's not going to take just one person to make it to the top. Everybody has to contribute to the team as one in order for everybody to make it. So, you know, shout out to you.
Let's go back to saying earlier, unity.
We go back to the unity. So we gonna run that track back. We're only going to give you the chorus in the first verse. So please do not be on Instagram, because you're live right now on our No Sugar Radio
Y'all gotta
Instagram.
wait for it to get released.
So bump to that. Y'all let us know what y'all. It's No Sugar. So, you know, Lo know how to take criticism. So let us know what y'all think about this track. We gonna bump it right now. It's called Gorgeous Type.
No Sugar Radio.
BSC.
She alright though, but I like her. That fit my description more. Pretty eyes, big thighs, slim waist, cute face, you hear me? No, that's all I do is them bad bitches. I ain't lying. Look, only fuck with bad bitches that see the gorgeous type. Heard the shorty like the lean, baby, body like the Sprite. Got her rolling up the Zans, might just fuck her for the night. Hit the Saks, Fifth and Beverly, and then we call the flight. Only fuck with bad bitches that see the gorgeous type. Heard the shorty like the lean, baby, body like the Sprite. Got her rolling up the Zans, might just fuck her for the night. Hit the Saks, Fifth and Beverly, and then we call the flight. My bitch, she asked me, do I love her? I say not to that extent. Said she gave a nigga pussy, she think I'ma pay her rent. I can't be no sugar daddy, baby girl, you got me bent. I just fuck him, then I duck him, cause I'm something like a pimp. I got hoes out the hoes, texting, asking where I be. I been jugging and finessing, making plays on these streets. Since a nigga money up, these suckers really think I'm sweet. I'ma leave his ass grass, cause I always pack the heat. And so many niggas hating on me, but this shit ridiculous. Niggas take it to the hop when they find out I fuck they bitches. Tryna put me on they snap, but I don't feel like taking pictures. I'm just all about my money, I'm just all about my riches. Fast lane, chasing money, cause I'm always in a hurry. I'm too busy for a girlfriend, I can't see me getting married. If you can't cooperate with me, then bitch, you getting curried. Yeah, see, we beat them all bad, I rep it till I'm buried. Only fuck with bad bitches, that see the gorgeous type. Heard the shorty like the lean, baby, body like the Sprite. Got her rolling up the Zans, might just fuck her for the night. Hit the Saks, Fifth and Beverly, and then we call the flight. Only fuck with bad bitches, that see the gorgeous type. Heard the shorty like the lean, baby, body like the Sprite. Got her rolling up the Zans, might just fuck her for the night. Hit the Saks, Fifth and Beverly, and then we call the flight. Look, my bitches be badass, especially.
Good. Dude, that's what I'm talking. That's that unit.
You get so good. Say, folks, we good.
Yo.
Hey, you get so good.
Hey, man, it's a teaser.
I want to have that start rocking this tight.
Yeah, we out here vibing, man.
What's going on, y'all? We back. No Sugar Radio. We got Young Lo in the building. We just, matter of fact, if you missed it, you need to tune back in, because you know this man got things that he need to be doing. So Young Lo, again, let people know where they can follow you, and we'll wrap this shit up.
Yeah, well, you can follow me on the Instagram, YoungLo_the_man, YOUNGLO_THEMAN. Some people get it mixed up. That's why I be always had to spell
Do
it out.
BSC got an Instagram? BSC got an Instagram or no? That's still in the works.
My team, like I said, they just got their own pages right now. I'm basically pulling most of the weight off mine, but you know, certain little small things we gonna get all that together. But for the most part, they still see what I'm doing and see what's going on.
That's what I'm talking
You know what I'm saying?
about.
Because you always got people watching. You want to seem like they not watching. You get a lot
say they
more.
not
You
watching.
get a lot more looks than likes. You know what I'm saying?
That's so true. That is so true.
Probability. You know what I'm saying? That that's why they got the business account page because impressions mean how much people who see that. You know what I'm saying? You can have like 1,100 likes and 3,000 impressions. So the other 2,000 people was just looking. They ain't even click the like. So you know what I'm saying? At least you see what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? That's all that matters.
Right.
So how can people book you? Is there an email? Is there a
Well, I got an email for BSEEST2016@gmail.com, or you can hit my email younglowofficial@yahoo.com. YOUNGLOOFFICCIAL@yahoo.com. So YoungLowOfficial.
Okay.
So most of my music, like I said, it's on Spinrilla. The tape is called The Beginning. 8 tracks on there.
We're gonna help you out. We're gonna put that email on our Facebook fan page. So if any of our partners that we're affiliated with that want to book Young Lo, want to see more of him, we're gonna drop that on our Facebook page so that way you guys can book him. And that's what we all about, just helping spread the word. It's not just you come to our show. We know a lot of different other radio stations that might wanna book you, and it's all love at the end of the day. So but money talks at the end of the day. So you guys check out Facebook or check out Instagram. We're going to post his booking information. If you want to feature or anything like that and he's open to it, that's the information. That's where you contact him and his team. So, I appreciate you coming through, Lo.
Oh, yeah. Definitely,
we
man.
all appreciate you coming through.
Anytime.
I appreciate it. You always welcome. And just to give you an exclusive, we are coming out with a No Sugar Radio mixtape. And we only doing invites only. Yeah. So, just know that you will be updated on that. We will keep you informed. For all the other artists that have been emailing us about the No Sugar Radio mixtape, just stay tuned. Be aware that, it's not just something that we just going to put out and it be fluff. At the end of the day, with that follow-up, No Sugar Radio mixtape, we're going to have a showcase. It's going to be crazy. So you guys just look forward. This is the fourth quarter, and we not stopping. We're going to bring the best of the best in the building. Because I know I'm the best.
Right.
I'm sorry, Khaled. I'm sorry, Khaled.
I can't.
But we gonna get this week. We gonna get some flicks of you, Lo, jump into another track, and thank you for everybody that's tuning in. Like everybody that's tuning in right now. That Instagram live, everybody was just tuned in on this guy Young Lo, because everybody like, oh, you're promoting who's Young Lo, who's Young Lo. Now you know off the rip who Young Lo is. We gonna do our little own due diligence right now and jump into this track, Bully Bands. Y'all already know who it is.
That's that shit.
Yeah. No Sugar Radio.
Yeah. Bully. Yeah. Hundreds and hundreds, we stacking up. Niggas be frontin', we had enough. Pull up with Kenan, that nigga gon' bust. I'm riding the phantom like opera. I'm stacking it up from the floor. My pockets, they used to be lower. I'm getting this green, I'm on go. I'm serving these teams with that dope. Hundreds and hundreds, we stacking up. Niggas be frontin', we had enough. Pull up with Kenan, that nigga gon' bust. I'm riding the phantom like opera. I'm stacking it up from the floor. My pockets, they used to be lower. I'm getting this green, I'm on go. I'm serving these teams with that dope. Yeah, stacking up. 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 I'm really rockin' from Brooklyn, pussy, no Chinese, but we cookin' pussies. Got a long nose, no Dumbo, that'll make him ditch like he playin' hooky. Who can say they won it with the Rilla? Who can say they won it with gorillas? My King Kong versus Godzilla, that banana drum go ta-ra-ta-ta. We switch to fly, we some caterpillars. What? My hang time feel like Mike and Thriller. Oh, my money long like some bundle here. My team strong, we can take it there. This the theme song for the swiper man. Like,
Hundreds and hundreds, we stacking up. Niggas be frontin', we had enough. Pull up with Kenan, that nigga on buzz. I'm riding the phantom like opera. I'm stacking it up from the floor. My pockets, they used to be low. I'm getting this green, I'm on go. I'm serving these schemes with that dope. Hundreds and hundreds, we stacking up. Niggas be frontin', we had enough. Pull up with Kenan, that nigga on buzz. I'm riding the phantom like opera. I'm stacking it up from the floor. My pockets, they used to be low. I'm getting this green, I'm on go. I'm serving these schemes with that dope. Yeah, stacking up. Stacking up, stacking up, stacking up. Stacking up, stacking up, stacking up. Stacking up. Yeah. Now I got 100 bands, I got a lot of hoes. And I got 100 fans, they coming to my shows. Got me feeling like the man in some running shows. Cause they done put me in the game and I cannot lose. No, I cannot lose. They done put me in the race. I will not lose. No, I will not lose. Yeah. I'm stacking up, man, your time is up like you down 50 in the fourth quarter. Niggas said that they wanted beef, but they thought it through and wanna change they order. You lukewarm, not boil water in the coop, gone like the race is over. Gas stank, but they like the odor. Made $1 million, no Minnesota. Send me tuck if you front is over. Leaning on them like we mixing soda. Feeding for her, but she probably Zoya. Ain't no scheming on him if that nigga owe ya. Gon' get it, gon' set it. Since a fetus, I was born flexing. If I need it, then I'm gon' get it. If he steaming, then we gon' wet him. Yeah, if he steaming, then we gon' wet him. 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 I know. Hundreds and hundreds, we stacking up. Niggas be frontin', we had enough. Pull up with Kenan, that nigga on buzz. I'm riding the phantom like opera. I'm stacking it up from the floor. My pockets, they used to be low. I'm getting this green, I'm on go. I'm serving these schemes with that dope. Hundreds and hundreds, we stacking up. Niggas be frontin', we had enough. Pull up with Kenan, that nigga on buzz. I'm riding the phantom like opera. I'm stacking it up from the floor. My pockets, they used to be low. I'm getting this green, I'm on go. I'm serving these schemes with that dope. Yeah, stacking up. Stacking up, stacking up, stacking up.
Yeah, that was the man, Bully Bands. We back here, No Sugar Radio. About to close it out, man. We wrapping things up here. Please tune in next Sunday. We got the October event coming up, October 14th. Let me get rid of this real quick. What else we got going on? Excuse me, I'm trying to get some things set up real quick. We got another track I'm going to spin real quick for y'all. What we got? You said Young Boss Facts? All right, here we go. No Sugar Radio.
Yeah, I'm making balls move. I'm making balls play. They say I'm American, they say I'm cocky. I say I'm stuck in my balls ways. I ain't to get that shit out of the mud. That's what turned me to a boss, babe. That's what got a nigga flossing. That's what got a nigga bossy. I'm making balls move. I'm making balls play. They say I'm American, they say I'm cocky. I say I'm stuck in my balls ways. I ain't to get that shit out of the mud. That's what turned me to a boss, babe. That's what got a nigga flossing. That's what got a nigga bossy. I'm down for a minute. I ain't taking vacation. All of this money we making. Go to sleep and I dream of blue faces. I just wake up and go chase it. Busting them pounds in the basement. Give you a pound, nigga, take it. Yeah. Talking to the plug for a little time we be facing. He talking numbers with his fingers, I can read on the silent. He talking about a new shit. I'm waiting on this white truck to pull up, I pray to God, I know I'm missing. Soon as they drop car, gang, let's get it. Soon as they drop car, gang, let's get it. We about to fuck up the whole city. I hear everybody taxing, so I'm giving out a low ticket. Bust 2 pounds, bound up 'em in a day, I call that a slow mission. Everybody keep acting in my side, the ass is no nigga. Keep it real with your day one, never ever fall, nigga. Loyalty, honesty, don't you ever break the code, nigga. I see niggas that they real, turn around and get exposed. If feds snatch me up and ask me for info, I'm telling them no, nigga. I'm making balls moves. I'm making balls play. They say I'm American, they say I'm cocky. I say I'm stuck in my balls way. I ain't to get that shit out of the mud. That's what turned me to a boss, babe. That's what got a nigga flossing. That's what got a nigga bossing. I'm making balls move. I'm making balls play. They say I'm American, they say I'm cocky. I say I'm stuck in my balls way. I ain't to get that shit out of the mud. That's what turned me to a boss, babe. That's what got a nigga flossing. That's what got a nigga bossing. I can't help why I'm living. I grinded to get it. My mama told me why these bitches. Brother told me not to show niggas sympathy. Shit had me holler since I was admitting me. I'm screaming fuck all my enemies. They just wanna see me with my tennis fee, or rather see a judge sentence me. I know that they wanna finish me. I know that they really envy me. I be dipping hard in the streets. Drive an hour just to get some sleep. We buy the house, we don't do the lease. We out of town for a whole week, getting nosy from the nosebleeds. I get that money, yeah, it's on me. I got that money, yeah, it's on me. I'm making balls play. They say I'm American, they say I'm cocky. I say I'm stuck in my balls ways. I ain't to get that shit out of the mud. That's what turned me to a boss, babe. That's what got a nigga flossing. That's what got a nigga bossing. I'm making boss moves. I'm making balls play. They say I'm American, they say I'm cocky. I say I'm stuck in my balls way. I ain't to get that shit out of the mud. That's what turned me to a boss, babe. That's what got a nigga flossing. That's what got a nigga bossing.
Face it, girl, you know you my favorite. I don't think we should waste this time that we got. It's all that we got. You down, girl, and not, so just face it. And you know you my favorite. I don't think we should waste this time that we got. It's all that we got. You down, girl, and not, cause I want you in your position. It's something like roll call. And girl, you so open with everything, and you never closed off. Oh girl, I've been told off, drinking 84 times a week, just to keep my sanity. Everybody want a part of me, but when I'm with you, baby, hey, fuck all the bullshit, fuck all the personal problems. I don't got you here to solve them. I don't wanna talk much about it. I want the mood up, and pass me the drink, let's get screwed up. And girl, this ain't no free time. This about you and me time, so just face it. Girl, you know you my favorite. I don't think we should waste this time that we got. It's all that we got. You down, girl, and not, so just face it. Girl, you know you my favorite. And I don't think we should waste this time that we got. It's all that we got. Down, girl, and not. And when I get up in your body, you know I lay claim to it. Your last nigga ain't do it. Your last nigga so through it. And you know I'm different entirely, and that's the reason that you hired me. Girl, the body never gon' lie to me. Yeah, it's gon' be on my side. You lie to me before she do it. I control like some voodoo. Brown skin from the ice. And we be thinking just alike. It's alright, you do so much for the boy. This 3 a.m. came out for the boy. In and out, all out for the boy. I got you screaming, it's all yours. So just face it. And girl, you know you my favorite. I don't think we should waste this time that we got. It's all that we got. You down, girl, and not Wake up on the way. Yeah. Oh. This is it. Yeah. Face it. Girl, you know you my favorite. I don't think we should waste this time that we got. It's all that we got. You down, girl, tonight. So just face it. And you know you're my favorite. I don't think we should waste this time that we got. It's all that we got. You down, girl, tonight. Cause I want you in your position. It sound like roll call. And girl, you so open with everything. And you never closed off. Oh girl, I've been thrown off. Drinking 84 times a week just to keep my sanity. Everybody want a part of me, but when I'm with you, baby, hey, fuck all the bullshit, fuck all the personal problems. I don't got you here to solve them. I don't wanna talk much about it. I want the mood up, and pass me the drink, let's get screwed up. And girl, this ain't no free time. This about you and me time. So just face it. Girl, you know you're my favorite. I don't think we should waste this time that we got. It's all that we got. You down, girl, tonight. So just face it. Yeah, you know you're my favorite. And I don't think we should waste this time that we got. It's all that we got. You down, girl, tonight. And when I get up in your body, you know I lay claim to it. Your last nigga ain't do it. Your last nigga so through it. And you know I'm different entirely. And that's the reason that you hired me. Girl, the body never gon' lie to me. Yeah, it's gon' be on my side. You lie to me before she do it. Yeah, I control like some voodoo. Yeah, brown skin in front of ice. And we be thinking just alike. So right, you do so much for the boy. This 3 a.m. came out for the boy. In and out, all out for the boy. I got you screaming, it's all yours. So just face it. And girl, you know you're my favorite. I don't think we should waste this time that we got. It's all that we got. You down, girl, tonight. Wake up. Wake up on the way. Wake up on the way.
Yeah. We back.
What's going on? We back, No Sugar Radio. Shout out to Young Low and the BSE.
Right.
The BSE squad. Can they hear me? I can't hear myself. I can't hear myself.
That's right. Hold on. I got you.
Hold on.
Got your volume down. They got us still.
Okay, you got me.
Be on point, man. Keep it.
Hey, what's good?
Right.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
Gotcha.
Man.
Yeah.
Today was a dope.
Definitely appreciate
dope
Be safe,
show.
y'all, for real.
Like my
This
ribs
is all
hurt.
raw. This is all uncut.
My ribs hurt from all this laughing.
Byron, close that door real quick.
It's all good, man. No Sugar Radio, man. You know, that's what happens when it goes on in the studio. You never know sometimes who might pull up on us. You get what I'm saying? You know, you never know what's going to happen in a day in the life of No Sugar Radio when we on the air, man. But, you know, shout out to, you know, y'all just heard live on the air, Young Low. You know, he brought his team BSE through, man. And, you know, as y'all continue to rock with No Sugar Radio, y'all going to be seeing a lot of new faces.
Right.
Definitely.
You know, from the DMV that you ain't even heard about. You ain't know what was doing these things. And even artists that's coming out, you know, who really invest in themselves, you know, coming from out of town, man. So, No Sugar Radio about to bring y'all some fire.
We universal.
At the end of the day, man, I hope everybody got the big message throughout the whole entire show, and that's unity.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And it's crazy
Wasn't
how
no damn unity
it really was. Like the whole topic basically came out to be unity, like from the conversation
from the start to the finish.
And that's much needed in this world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Y'all giving me ideas. Y'all giving me some ideas.
That was pretty dope. You know that I'd like to see artists that understand,
the grind.
Yeah, the hustle
Right.
and what
Exactly.
it takes. What
And
it
take
takes
it
to
serious.
get, what it takes to get to the next level. I really do like that, because at the end of the day, we have people, tell us that what we're doing is a scam as far as, charging people, what is it, 20 quarters?
20 quarters, man.
Charging people 20 quarters to get their track. Listen,
Literally.
this is 20 quarters, guys. And just know that it's a business. We not here to milk anybody. We here to just put the music out there. This is something that we love to do, and we just trying to share it with the world. And with No Sugar Radio, it is documented, that we are touching people in international areas. And we can only do what we say we can do. We're not gonna fabricate anything and tell people we're gonna have big labels listening to you, because we don't know. But what we can provide is that hustle, is that grind, and we can tell you that our show is reaching people in international countries. And just know
They
that
can see it.
we're gonna continue to keep grinding, because we love it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? We love what we do, and I know that everyone on this team knows that everyone loves what they do, and they do it correctly. So, shout out to those people who understand the business and understand that, basically each one to each one at this point.
At this point.
Don't bite the hand that feeds you. And there's people out there who are willing to help. Go gravitate to those people who are willing to help you in your career, and not just take away, because there's a lot of people out there that's willing to take away from different artists, and they're not looking in the best interest of the artist.
Right.
No Sugar Radio, we're looking for the best interest of artists. We have photography, we have promotion, we have marketing, we have designing, we have fashion. We have everything in one, and it's a one-stop shop here. So what we're trying to do is reach everyone and let them know that you don't have to go outside of what we have. And if you do, we don't mind collabing with anybody.
Right.
As long as it's good for our brand, as long as it's good for the person, and as long as it sets a positive image to the world, because we don't want people to think that, we out here doing fuckboy shit.
Right,
so
scamming and shit.
Right. So, shout out to the whole BSE, shout out to DC, shout out to the DMV area, period, and all those artists who hit us up and send tracks. It's not that we don't want to play your tracks. It's a business at the end of the day. Nothing is for free, but we're only charging you 20 quarters, and we don't even get all 20 to be exact. So so let's not get all, crazy. But on a brighter note, October is right around the corner, and No Sugar is hosting the media part of it. So
I'm
we
ready.
gotta get right on Sugar.
right, until y'all gotta check out what Just Shaw gonna be wearing that day.
Oh, she really gonna wear that? You really gonna wear that?
Hey, we're going to do a
I
segment
am.
for sure, icy or spicy.
Yes, I like it. I like
Icy
it.
is spicy.
Let's do
Uh-oh.
that.
If it's icy, you can rock with it. See real trendy. Is it spicy?
Show me how
I
That's
like
what
that.
that is.
I think we're gonna incorporate that.
So Shaw, are you gonna put together like a website or something like that? Like what can
I
people
really
expect
think that we
from
should
you?
do that anyway, because we need to put
No,
articles.
what
up.
about you? We
I
talking
already
about
have, well, I'm
right
in the
now.
works of that. My Squarespace is actually is being created as we speak.
Okay.
So I have a little bit of footage and an article that I'm writing about my event that I went to in New York City for New York Fashion Week.
Right.
I had an interview with Frankie herself, Miss Frankie Victoria Ryan. She is the originator of Runway Ready, and she's been doing it for the past 4 years. This is her first time doing it in the city of New York, and it was huge. So, of course, my website is up. It's getting ready to start running. And once that is done, you guys are going to know. Simply Shar is about to blow up. I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm preparing. It's very low key right now. But once it gets to that point, it's gonna be explosive.
And you see how she already knows it's gonna be explosive. She already have that confidence. But are you gonna be styling just women? Like what?
I'm styling everybody.
Okay.
Kids, men, women, everybody. Everybody. Like I style my own daughter. Okay. She's about to become a muse on the low. But right now, like I'm anybody that's seeking fashion advice, or if they're seeking someone to style them for any event, of course you can hit me up. Again, _just Shar, _just Shar _ styled by Simply Shar. You can hit me up. My email is styledbysimplysHar@gmail.com. But yeah, I'm open to anything. DM me. I do answer some DMs.
Oh snap!
It's got to be business only. But
friends only.
Or friends only. But then even then, if you're my friend, just send me a text message or call me. You don't need to DM me.
What else do you guys got down the pipeline? Troy, King, what's going on? Crash, what you got going down the pipeline? As far as, because again, guys, we do have our own individual brands. So No Sugar Radio, yes, that's our main brand, but we do have our own individual independent brands that we're doing. And to get more familiar about what we're doing, just follow us, or you can tune into our show each Sunday at 1:30, and you kind of get a little gist of what it is that we do on outside of No Sugar Radio. So anybody else got like something that's coming up down the woodworks or that they doing?
I got something. I haven't been 100% on planning it yet. I'm actually thinking about writing this book.
Okay, Crash.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people keep telling me, you should write a book, I'm like, about what? Why you feel like you should write a book? But I randomly came up with this idea while I was on Facebook a few days ago about writing a book based around relationships. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking about naming a book called Women Are Blind and Men Are Deaf. So that's not really in the workings just yet. Right now, I'm more so focused on this thing me and my wife are trying to do. Hopefully come next year, where we're actually going to try to provide jobs for the homeless.
Okay.
So please keep a lookout for that. We're definitely trying to make that happen. It's something we definitely been collaborating on and thinking about real heavy. So hopefully come next year, we're going to have that up and running on the road where we go around. Hopefully we don't get shut down, because the way we're going to go about doing it is like
illegal.
No, it's not really illegal. To me, I don't think it should be illegal, because the fact, some people need home with little things around their house. And there's little things I can actually teach, like homeless people to do, or some of these homeless people already know how to do these things. It's the fact they're not given these opportunities to show their skills. Mm-hmm. Like a few years ago, I actually got one homeless guy a job at this thrift store not too close, down in South Baltimore. But recently, I just noticed like 2 days ago the thrift store was closed. So now I'm like, okay, is this guy, back on the streets again? So it's like I want to open that doorway to where I can actually go pick these people up in the streets. Say, hey, you got any skills? You got any trades?
You don't want to just pick up random people though. You gotta be careful.
That's what I'm gonna work it out. Like I said, I'm still working through the details. No, I did. I got not completely thrown it out.
Then it doesn't count.
But like I said, it's something. It's an effort. I'm making an effort. I'm doing something.
I'm really proud of you.
And I get tired of just handing these people money and clothes. It's not enough. Like let me give you a job.
And they can make it themselves.
Right.
Because that couple of coins ain't gonna last.
Some money in the pocket.
Well,
right.
Me, I'm from New York, but I was actually invited most recently. I'm waiting for the gentleman Q to call me back in regards to talking to students in the Baltimore high schools about entrepreneurship.
He's not from Baltimore though.
You know what I'm saying? They don't know that yet.
He's not from Baltimore, so that's a positive thing. That's a positive thing. He's not from Baltimore, and he getting opportunities in Baltimore to speak to Baltimore kids.
Right, and it's just. It was something about it, when I got the DM, he was like, I've been watching you and what you do online, and you know what I'm saying, I was impressed with the positivity, so we was definitely thinking that you could be one of our people that comes and speaks to the schools. And I'm like, wow, that's powerful, because at the end of the day, like, I'm just doing me. I don't think about what other people see or look at, when it comes to me, but they see something in me that they know that the kids of Baltimore can learn from or can emulate. So, I'm definitely going to go into that full and heavy, and Byron, you might have to come out for that, because I need some footage, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we trying to make change, and that's what we do at No Sugar Radio. It's not just, when I look at it from the way they invited me personally, but I take the team with me everywhere I go. Right. So it's deeper than me. You know what I'm saying? We got 3 people that actually live in Baltimore. So y'all know the schools. You know what I'm saying? This is something that this is our job to give back to the community, and that's just a way that we do it.
Right, because you don't want to end up in a situation where a kid be like, well, you're not even from Baltimore. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I usually say stuff like that when people be like, oh, well, I heard New York. And then you be like, you're not even from New York. How you know how we live? Mm-hmm. So it's good that you want to bring people from Baltimore, so that way if there is a kid that, want to come out and just say, well, you're not even from here, how you know what we're going through? Well, I have 3 people here that can contest to what's going on in Baltimore.
And they're living it every single day.
Right. So I think that's dope, man. That's dope. So
Definitely.
when you didn't get the confirmation
I haven't
yet?
gotten the confirmation on the date. I know that there was a council meeting that I did not get to go to because of work. They had a council meeting that they invited me to actually meet them and to meet the councilman or a woman, I think it's a female. They were having a round table with the students, with the parents and the counselors, everybody, to talk about how to improve relations between the parents and the schools in the community. You know what I'm saying? So they wanted to invite me to that meeting just to get a feel for what the temperature is in Baltimore when it comes to education.
Right.
These are the types of things that people are hitting me up about. Vice the music.
Right.
So
see, that's pretty dope.
It's deeper than rap, baby.
It's deep.
Right.
It's deeper than music. It's deeper than music. But of course, I'm hosting I'm actually judging one of the biggest LGBT showcase ever in New Jersey. With my boy Neef, out in New Jersey. He's holding down a lot of LGBTQ events. And it's gonna be pretty dope. Like we got Christina from the Bad Girls Club that's gonna be a judge as well. And this is all at Allure Lounge in New Jersey. So if you guys can come out, New Jersey is right there. Right down the street is what a lot of people say. Right down the road, right down the road. Really not right down the road, but yeah, definitely come out. I'm gonna be one of the judges. I'm gonna be judging some of the LGBTQ artists. And if you guys have any artists that's looking to showcase and they're in the gay and lesbian community, definitely come out. Allure Lounge. This is gonna be the craziest event in Jersey. It's November 17th. I'm gonna be there repping the No Sugar, repping We Grinding Different, alongside some of the dopest people that's in Jersey in the LGBT community. There's gonna be food, there's gonna be drinks, there's gonna be hookahs, it's gonna be turn up, it's gonna be a lot of women, it's gonna be a lot of, if you ain't gay, don't listen, because if you ain't in the community, don't come to an event and don't expect to get hit on, because that's what happens when you in these type of environments. I mean, Blaine could
not to me.
Blaine can contest to that. If you know what you know who you are, then you ain't gonna be ran down on. But at the end of the day, we're doing a lot of different movements other than No Sugar Radio. A lot of us are. We have our own brands outside of this, but at the end of the day, it all comes back to No Sugar Radio. And the winner of that showcase is gonna get an interview with No Sugar Radio, a live interview. We're gonna be streaming live. So shout out to Neef, shout out to everybody that's involved. Shout out to Christina. Well, her Instagram is Christina_Rome ROME_, and she's one of the participants from the Bad Girls Club, shutting it down. So we're gonna be in Jersey November 17th. So y'all stay tuned. A lot of us is gonna have a lot of different events that we're gonna be doing, independently, and everything is gonna come right back to No Sugar Radio. So just know this is the place to find out what we're doing. So if you're not tuned into No Sugar Radio,
foundation.
If you're not tuned into No Sugar Radio, then I don't know what you're doing. So shout out to the King of Baltimore, Mr. Two Castle Productions,
gang.
Shout out to him. We coming out to Philly in 2 weeks at the Ciroc-tober event. Headliners Ciroc, Dream Chasers. We got Backpack Shorty in the building.
Spit it out, ENT.
Backpack Shorty.
We got the Ciroc Boys Philly.
The Holden Brothers.
Brothers. Listen, it's so much going on, and it's the fourth quarter of the year. Like, y'all don't understand. No Sugar got a lot going on. Like, I don't think people get it. Like, it's
Ty got so much shit going on. Her watch is all turned.
Everything
watch is on the set. Like,
I don't know what time it is. I'm like, we out here doing big things. Troy, I actually, I heard through the grapevine that you're gonna be doing some artist management.
Right.
Is that true?
Yeah, it is true.
Is that true?
We're gonna be doing some artist management, man.
That's what I'm talking about.
Me and Ty had a conversation last night, but I ain't really go too in depth with a lot of things going on, man. But it's been a lot of artists reaching out to me, want me to critique their music, wanting some pointers on how to get their self out there, branding, and just proper studio work, and just the whole everything that comes along with artist development. So my boys. Out of Left Brain Productions, my man Josh Lay, King Midas and them, Grammy nominated producers that I know.
Shout out to them.
Out here in Baltimore, doing a thing. I'm linking up with a few producers. and some artists. I wanna give a few shout outs though. You know, some people that I know who really, you know, be doing some things. Shout out to my girl London Savoy, you know, out of the DMV area, out of Baltimore. You know, she's gonna be live at the Fillmore with the Spectrum tour.
Okay,
so she's gonna be out here, you know, opening up for Daly. No, I'm not sorry, not opening up, but she'll be out there on tour with Daly. You know, so that's going down on the Fillmore October 11th. Shout out to my brother Davon Fleming, yo. You get what I'm saying? You know, he just got picked up on Jennifer Hudson's team on The Voice. You know, he just came back. I ain't gonna say he just came back, you know, but he was just on tour overseas, you know, in you know, Italy and everything. Just a lot of people I know, man, that's just doing things, man. You know, shout out to my boy Alex J on the come up. You know, just a lot of artists I know, man.
Shout out to the No Sugar Radio supporters, though.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to everybody that's supporting
each and every one of y'all.
Absolutely.
And it only grows every day.
Yeah.
And make sure y'all following us on Instagram too.
Yes.
Like, make sure y'all following us because you know there's a lot just a lot of things going on and I don't even think social media could do it though. Like as far as getting it out there to everybody, like it's a lot going on that we doing, and it's some things we can't really disclose because contracts need to be signed. And I'm pretty sure people know that. You know, when we say we got big things coming in the works, just believe us. We got big things coming. So you know,
never lied.
we might not be able to disclose it as of yet, but just believe that it's coming down the works, and we want to be able to give back and show our appreciation. You know, having this appreciation party, you know, we definitely planning that in the works because we know that there's a lot of people that are tuned in. I mean, I know we can't bring people from international places because how y'all gonna get here? But you know, but we definitely love the support, you know, and we did a great thing this year as far as extending the $5 radio spin. We chose to do that collectively. I believe that it should have been done because, you know, I see that there's a lot of mainstream radio and internet radio that's charging hell of a lot of money just to play an artist track, and I just feel like we're not trying to extort nobody. You know, we want to get their music heard, you know, so, you know, this is the platform where you can do it. You know, I don't know how you guys felt about the extension of the $5 radio spin. You know, I don't know if you...
I pretty much felt the same as that way. Like,
yeah.
If they're going to argue that, then...
I mean, if you wanted, you would have $5. If you're paying for studio time and everything
quarters.
else, you're paying.
quarters.
But this is what I'm saying. You're paying for studio time. You're paying for to have a photographer or for you to have a flyer for any event. And if you can't have $5 just to have your song spun on the radio, which would get you more viewers and more fans, then I don't understand why
you doing it.
Exactly.
Right. So
it's way cheaper than the blunt.
And just
way cheaper than that's so
way
true.
cheaper than that loud,
man.
I was just talking to when I was talking to Lo outside. They didn't even know about the $5 radio spin, so it was like, oh my God, are you for real? Like y'all do $5 spins? What?
Right, that's crazy.
I see y'all. So like, you know what I'm saying? I think it's definitely a positive thing because most radio stations you ain't getting a song on there.
Right. And you gotta do mad stuff to like.
First of all, they won't play you without an ASCAP or a BMI.
Exactly.
Right.
You know,
let alone the following
for legal purposes. No, it ain't about the following. They just won't play you if you don't have an ASCAP. If you're not copywritten on, you don't have a BMI.
Right. You have to be legit. Everything you do has to be legit, which is why we do this show as well, is to enlighten people as to how serious this is. When you actually want to go forward, you need to be legit. Right. Your documentation has to be legit. The way you present yourself to these people have to be legit.
And No Sugar, we're legit.
Right. And speaking of that, you know, not you know, I hope I ain't buzzing on anybody, but you know, if you're artists out there, man, you need help with copyrights, you know, anything like that, just hit your boy up, man. Hit me up, slide in my DM, something like that. You know, I can definitely, you know, give you the know-how on how to copyright, how to get your ass kept in your BMI, so that way you protect yourself, protect your music, man, and get entitled to your royalties, man.
And just know that we have other services in No Sugar Radio. We got photography that's for the low. You know, we got mixtape promotions. We have several different services that we provide. If you're following us on Instagram, No Sugar Radio, you'll see that, you know, we have a flyer with all the services that we provide, and it's way more. Like we have so much under our belt that we're learning now, you know, that we can provide to different artists. And we're not trying to get like, we're not trying to extort nobody. We want to make sure that you have the information that you need. And a lot of people are not trying to give information, period. Like in this whole game, people are not trying to, it don't have to be just music. It could be anything. It could be fashion, anything. Like whatever information that you need, we have people here that are pretty knowledgeable about those type of lanes. So we have a fashion guru here. We have a marketing and a promotion guru here. We have the tech support. We have so just like. If you have any questions and we know we can answer it, if we can't answer it, we'll send you to somebody who can. Right. Because at the end of the day, we don't know everything. But if we know who can provide that information to you, then best believe we're gonna do it. Because No Sugar Radio is just about giving you what it is that you need and not taking from you and taking everything out your damn pockets. Like we ain't here for that. Like we ain't here for that. But I definitely commend all the artists who who just showing love. Artists like Young Lo coming through and they understand. Like these guys came in here, suited and booted. Like they came, with their apparel, repping their brand, and that's what you got to do if you want to come up. Like Crash was saying, everything about the show at this point is uniting because it comes right back to that. As a team, everybody has to be on the same page. Right. Mm-hmm. Everybody has to know that in order for us to make it to the top, we all got to go together. So yes, No Sugar Radio, we do have different brands. But we all know at the end of the day, in order for us to make it, everybody got to pitch in. Everybody got to do something. So, I'm just hyped that
team effort.
I'm just hyped that the progress from the beginning, from artists, being skeptical about, dealing with us to now. Mm-hmm. There's so many artists that's reaching out and just like, yo, I just want to be heard. Like, I just want to be on y'all show. Like, I just want to be around y'all. Like,
right.
That shit is dope, yo.
Right.
And we're only going up.
So as y'all here, I'm sorry.
I just made my little statement. That's all.
We got these last 5 minutes, B.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, before we done our last 5 minutes, I just want to say this last little thing on about 30 seconds. For those who got kids, somebody who's watching kids, whether you don't have kids, I got an event coming up October 21st. Shout out to my girl Jessica for putting this together. Juice and Paint for Kids, a place where kids can be kids. You get what I'm saying? It's going down Saturday, October 21st. It's two shows or 2 segments of it. One from 3:30 to 5, the other one from 5:30 to 7. Come out, spend time with your kids. You can paint. Spend more quality time with them.
Somebody said that's my anniversary.
Yeah, come out, paint. Paint with your kids.
Juice boxes on deck.
Juice on ice. You get what I'm saying? It's going to be a
juice
that's
on
what they
ice.
got the juice on the rocks. That's what they say. Hit up Jessica Sturgis. I'm gonna actually share this on my page. You can hit her up for tickets. Tickets are anywhere between $15 and $25. She put a lot of time and effort into putting this together. Just trying to bring people together with their, just that quality time.
And it's actually something constructive. It's teaching them art. It's teaching them how to be creative.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I love that. I love that.
What was the name of that again?
It's called Juice and Paint for Kids.
I like it.
And I'm gonna share it on my page.
Limit? Is there? Well, just share it on your page.
No, there's no age limit. It says everything from small kids, teenagers, to adults. So just come through.
Okay.
You ain't got nothing to do on that Saturday. Between those time frames. Anyway,
share it on your page.
I'm gonna share it on my page. Send the information. Y'all can hit up for the tickets and. Hey man, make sure y'all come out and support, man. Everybody just trying to do something positive in the community.
I'm gonna have to take the Carter out there.
She's gonna be.
That's my boo.
Yeah, it's in Baltimore. Going down at 1116 Ricerstown Road, Suite 204. And I'm gonna tag her in it, so she can see that y'all, y'all interested or whatever. Y'all got any questions, just redirect them to her. Mm-hmm. And hey man, hope y'all come out and support, man.
Right. Make sure y'all share. Make sure y'all share and like the No Sugar Radio page,
please. Give us
make
some
sure
reviews.
The Instagram as well. We're doing great. The numbers are great on Instagram. The feedback on Facebook is great. Everybody just keep chiming in. Like we see everything you guys are writing. It's not like we ignoring, but we just understand that our hours of operation are solid and they're set because we do have other things that we're doing outside of No Sugar Radio, as we just stated. So if we're open at 5, we're open at 5. You can send your emails, you can send your songs, your tracks. We'll get back to you and let you know the process of getting your song submitted on the radio. A lot of people are asking why they emailed us at 1:30 in the morning. They didn't get no feedback. We not up at 1:30 in the morning.
Especially not
Some
me.
of us are not up at 1:30 in the morning. So just understand we're not trying to play anybody. We do have different departments that handle different things. So if our hours of operation are from 5 to 10, please understand that that's our hours of operation. And if you guys want to get in contact with us, that's the way to do it, via email, nosugarradio@gmail.com. And I just appreciate everybody for tuning in today. It was a dope show.
Right.
Shout out to Young Lo. Shout out to BSC. Shout out to No Sugar. Shout out to Two Castle Productions for being here, every Sunday, taking those flicks.
Babyface assassin.
Babyface. He with the Cougars. He trying to. But yeah, we gonna close out the show. I mean, you guys got anything else that y'all need to say? We jump into this track.
Nah, you can just follow me on IG, Boss Up Young.
You can just follow me.
Follow me on IG at Boss Up Young, man. You know, any artist. You know. We ain't got no time. We don't got no time. What's up? Should have been on live. Should have been on live. But no, you know, I am your boy, Mr. Boss Up Young, man. It's always a pleasure and a privilege to rock out with my team, man. I thank y'all for supporting No Sugar Radio. Mm-hmm. Until next time, let's get it. Let's follow me.
Hey.
Yes.
Anybody else yet?
That way.
A-C. It's something different. A little different. Sexy time.
It's in the atmosphere, it's gonna blow. The way the music plays, it takes control. Look at this like a message. I am your first contestant. She is what you're waiting for. You gotta fight the fight, don't want to lose. The universe will eventually take to you. Look at this like a river. It runs, you get the picture. On until you reach the top. Stop, drop, pick up the sound. This is what the world is waiting on. Stop, drop, pick up the sound. Let the music take over you now. Stop.